Hi. Sorry, I was, I had to say goodnight to the baby and catch my family upstairs. Wait. Hold on. All right. Hold on. Okay, so before we started, oh my God. Okay, Vince just sent me something. So before I started the stream tonight, I played a quick game of Slippy, with our good friend Vince. Me and Vince played a game of Melee. These are our stats. This is Wave Dash, Waveland, Dash Dance, Ledge Grab. These are my stats. Those are his. But I won the match. So... It did go last stock. It did go last stock. I love Jigglypuff. He was Marth. Marth be Dash Dancing, yeah. I'm not saying I won to brag. I'm just saying, you might see this and think that I'm jumping off the stage and SDing 4 times in a row. I'm okay. I'm decent. I notice you never wave dashed in PM. I would rather jump. I don't show us your L cancel percent. Can I do that? Is that on Slippy? I'm curious too. Is there like a way to look at that? It's in your Slippy replays. Is there like a total number or show stats? In that game, I L canceled 70%. Pretty good. Not bad. He got 85. Hold on. Select all stats? Can I do that? No. In another game, I got 62. Oh, wait. No, I got 76. Okay. In another game, I got 80. I'm not showing you the things. 83. About an 80% L cancel. 75 to 80. That's what I'm learning. 75 to 80% L cancel is usually my play. Something like that. Good for a beginner? I'm okay. I'm not too bad. I told you, man. That's pretty good for how long you've been playing. I mean, I played PM. In PM, you have to L cancel, so... kind of the same thing, you know. I'm having a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. It's very fun. I learned how much you love to read roll in. Oh god, yeah. Cause that's all cause you can't punish it in Ultimate. Somebody rolls in and they get away with it. And it's like, I don't know. All I want in the whole wide world is for somebody to roll into me. Tech roll in or just somehow get in front of me so I can rest. Wait until he reads a rollout. I can't do anything on rollout. I can't roll out anything. I can't. I don't have a punish on that. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Can you pound? Maybe. Full drift back air forward? How would I even do that? One of the things, dude, in Melee, I have a really big problem where I knock somebody off stage and I can't quickly, like, grab the ledge. So the ledge is over there. I very slowly face, I'm facing the ledge. I have to very slowly turn around, and then gently jump back. I don't know how to do it faster. I'm so slow. I just can't. I'm so slow when it comes to that. Did you get used to tap jump? No. No. Not even a little. It's not going great. But I'm winning a lot of games. I think I've got like I said, like a 60% win rate roughly. I'm doing okay. I can tell many of my opponents think they are better players than I am. And while that is technically true, I am winning games. They're clearly better. Like, they're dashing all over the stage and are way faster and more proficient. And I'm continually air dodging in the air. I keep trying to do fast fall, up air, L cancel. Like drift left, fast fall, up air, L cancel. And what I do is I just air dodge through them. Also, these dumb motherfuckers, thank you, Fast Break. It makes me so mad because, and I'm sure this is a thing for all Melee players. The guy gets back from a stock. I'm at 90, and they're at 0, and they just start crouching. And I know what they're going to do, but I don't know how to beat it yet. So I try to stuff it, and I try to hit them, and then I get crouch cancel down smashed. I know what they're doing. The Sheiks just crouch and either down smash or grab. Grab them? Yeah, but I'm Jigglypuff. I'm Jigglypuff. If I land on the ground, I get grabbed. I know what I'm supposed to do. I just don't know how to do it yet. But it's going well. It's going well. I'm winning a lot of games. I wish I could see... Like, I wish there was a ranked mode. I know they said that they're working on it, but... I don't know. Jigglypuff is extremely fun, so... Okay. Let's play. Oh my god. One note on a piano. Unbelievable. This song is instantly recognizable to an entire generation. Based emo Coney, I don't like My Chemical Romance. I've never been into this band. I don't like MCR. I was gonna say I'm not a girl, but a lot of guys liked MCR. More girls, though, liked MCR. I was a Panic at the Disco fan. You got me. There was a very... There is something so powerful in the image of, like... I'm trying to think of how to describe this. In high school, being kind of a nerdy, geeky kid, and then, like, showing up to the function in, like, a top hat and a fancy vest and, oh, look at how successful and cool he is now. Does that make sense? That's what Panic at the Disco was. It's this idea of like, wow, that kid's a nobody, what a geek. And then you show up and you look all nice. That was a thing back in 2004. It spoke to the high school sophomore. It's actually that, it's a meme. But it was powerful. Yeah. I know it's a constant thing, but Panic at the Disco was for that kid. It was me. I was a Fall Out Boy kid, and then I became a Fall Out Boy adult. Pretty good music, catchy. Yeah. Were you a Simple Plan kid? No. No. How did you feel about fedoras in 2006? I recognized they were dork shit, but I was tempted. I was tempted. I was like, maybe if I got myself a fancy hat, I'll be distinguished. I will be honest. I was on the razor's edge. I think This is genuine. I genuinely think this. If I did not inhabit meaner spaces as a teenager, I would be a very different person. I knew I could see the dorky shit a mile away, and I'm like, oh, I don't like that. If yeah, bullying had a profound effect on me. Yes, absolutely. Because I didn't get bullied myself online, but I saw other people getting bullied for shit I did. And I was like, whoa, I gotta lay up. Yeah. I gotta relax. Okay. Is this just The Sims? Don't tell me it's Sims 2. Come on. They really try to throw me off with, like, this medieval architecture? No, this is the first Sims. Bro, where's your floor? Oh, is that green carpet? No, it's grass, because this is outside. Never mind. Why is this? I feel like these are supposed to become, like, easier to know as you go. But if you don't get it by 4, you're not gonna get it by 6. Right? Dude, I used to stay up. I used to go to bed at 9 o'clock, whatever my bedtime was, and I would sneak up to play The Sims on the family computer until, like, 2 a.m. I fucking loved The Sims. I would type in Rosebud 1 billion times, which gives you 8 billion simoleons. And I would be rich. It was amazing. Coney, how many showers did you move to see naked Sims? I was never a naked Sims guy. I wasn't into the naked. I found ways to kill them. I killed a lot of Sims. I wasn't really interested in the eroticism. I just put them in the pool and take away the ladder, you know? Or just put them in a room with an oven and take off all the doors. I was sadistic. If there is a hell for those that have mistreated Sims, I will be there. Yeah. I've had an idea for a stream that I've wanted to do for a while. Hold on. There's a game that came out around this time that I always wanted to play called The Movies. And I always had the idea of a stream. You could, like, produce movies in the game. There's all this simulation bullshit, whatever. But you could actually make movies and, like, do something like this. I've had an idea forever where I recreate famous video game plots in this. And I think what I might just do is make the Mario movie. Like, I'll do a first draft of the new Mario movie. I think that'd be fun. But I also feel like I'll be doing this for 2 hours and it won't be fun or funny. So, it's a shot in the dark, but I might give it a shot. I tried to think of games that are, like, famous games that I could make the plot to. I could make a poor telling of The Last of Us, right? I could make a really shitty Sonic 1. There's, like, Crash Bandicoot, you know? I'm trying to think of a plot that everybody knows. You know what I mean? Portal? Oh, that's a good one. Portal's a good one. That'd be kind of fun. All right, let's keep moving. By the way, it's YouTube night. Don't know if you guys knew that, but... Wait, I think I've done this one before. Is this Hot Fuzz? No. Are you sure? Oh, this is It. Which It? Yeah. No, that's It. Isn't that, like, the highest grossing horror movie of all time now? This one? That's nuts. Good for them. No more gameplay after last night. Dude, I can't believe that fucking game. I'm still shocked by how that game treated me. Gave me a checkpoint and didn't even adhere to it. I can't believe it made me do that. I was furious. Oh, Charlie Chaplin. What? I don't know. What are Charlie Chaplin movies? The Scoundrel. The Rapscallion. Vagrant? What's the fuck? What's that movie called? No, it's not The General. Modern Times? Fine. Whatever. Yeah, fine. I don't fucking know. I don't know. The General is Buster Keaton. What was the movie with the fucking Charlie Chaplin giving the speech? Right? What was that one? The Great Dictator. Oh, I thought it was The General. Or is that the Sacha Baron Cohen movie? Whatever. I want to play Melee. Not tonight, but probably on stream at some point. And probably not on this stream. Probably on the other stream. So be ready for that at some point. Don't? Fine. I won't. Thanks, Rapty Boy. Hey, guys. Guys.
Here we go!
Could I request you come back to the Flash game music-wise for a start for a stream? Never
where,
did, or sometime soon.
I don't know where am I at with that? Hold on. Ooh. It's crazy. I don't know where I put it. I did 5 out of 60. I thought I did better than that. I'm literally looking for it, and I can't find it in my... I've lost it in my folders somewhere. It's gone to the sands of time. I'll find it. At some point. Hey, guys! Check this out. Yo! Tomorrow. Well, well, well.
Damn, this beat kinda twisted.
I feel like that's a reference. I don't know what song this is. Now, I don't think this comes out tomorrow. I think people are hyping themselves up. I think it comes out next week. But, you know, there's news tomorrow. Gotta be WarioWare Twisted? Oh, is it? I don't know. Comes out Friday? What, you think the news comes out tomorrow and it comes out on Friday? I think it comes out next week. Bayo 3 is a date too? Yeah, hold on. Wait a minute. Is there like a... Is there a trailer? Okay.
Peggy 16.
I'm gonna see if this wins me over. I'm not a Bayonetta guy. I don't like Bayonetta. But maybe I'll be convinced.
More new faces, I see.
That shit looks like Splatoon. That shit sound like Splatoon.
You mean those weren't your playmates?
I do not like her new hair. I'm not a fan.
They're locals. In other words, they're part human.
Fedora Man?
It's a bit of fancy
Wait, was he in the last game?
It's a bit of
Part human.
Do we know who this is? He is? He's always been in Bayo. He looks like the fucking... Who? Silent Hill 3 man. No, not Douglas. Who is the guy from Silent Hill 3? Fuck! What's his name? Do you know who I'm talking about? Vincent? Is that it? Vincent. Never mind. I was extremely wrong. You know who he actually looks like? This fucking... No. That guy. Yeah. That's what it is. Ah, got it. Oh, Resident Evil 4. That's what it is. RE4 guy. Yeah, that's what I meant. Oh, who's the RE4 guy? There's so many guys in video games. Yeah, that fucking guy. That's who I'm thinking of. Yes. Yes. All I'm learning is it's anybody with a middle part and long hair. That's all it is. All the same to me. Yes. That guy. That's who I'm thinking of. Okay.
Fancy dress is in order.
I don't get Bayonetta. I don't understand the appeal.
If someone's wiping those universes out,
Josh loves Bayonetta.
they'll
I
get
just
their hands on enough power
don't.
to wipe out the whole Trinity in a snap.
Thank you, Professor.
It's just DMC with boobs. I guess I'm not a DMC guy either, so I can't be upset
I
about it,
think
you know?
you'd be a bit more perceptive.
That's because you're a misogynist. Well, maybe, but I'm trying to find something redeeming, you know?
I believe
There has to be some other reason.
Let's go. This world is under my protection.
Surely there's two reasons, right?
They're homunculi. Man-made bioweapons. Look, we don't have time. If we don't stop them, this world is history.
Who's
and
that?
reality as we know it gets wiped out for good.
Who is this? Is that Jean? Oh, new girl. Okay. She looks like Virgil. Okay, so I'm not the only one. Okay, yeah, Virgil. Got it. That's Kate McKinnon.
And what do you expect us to do? I want you to find a scientist named Sigurd. He's somewhere in this world, and he can help us.
What is this music?
Do you know a girl
Is this
named
Celine Dion?
She sent me to find you.
I believe I know why you're here. You're looking for a way to be out from
It
here.
sounds like Celine Dion.
I think I'd remember you, Riot Girl.
Someone seems very interested in our arrival.
Is it him?
I
Listen,
don't understand
carelessness
Japanese
will get your tail
storytelling
snapped
or
back at you.
trailers.
My name is Viola.
Oh my god, her name starts with a V too. Wow. Really? No way. That's... It's a pass, bro. It's a pass. It's a pass from the old conester. It's a no from me. I'm not a Bayonetta guy. I can't do it. Ugh. There's some game... Do you ever have a game that, like, you want to try and you want to give an honest-to-God shot, but you're like, okay, let me try this, because there has to be a reason everybody loves it, and then you just don't, you know. I tried that sometime. I played... Dude, I bought The Last of Us 2. Because... Wait, you don't like Celeste? How can you not like Celeste? I hate platformers. What? That's fucking crazy. I don't know anybody that doesn't like platform. That's like that is the game. That is the video game. That is a quintessential video game. That's crazy. Huh. I don't think there is a single spectacular game with a serious story. I don't... I always just go with BioShock. That's the first one I always go to. Disco Elysium is great. I can understand people don't like Red Dead gameplay because it's kind of slow, but... Some people aren't into Red Dead. I love Red Dead, but that's just me. All right. You guys ready? Celeste sold very badly at launch. Dude, I literally bought Celeste off of this image. I saw this in the shop. I was like, dude, that looks kind of cool. That's good art. And then I saw this. I was like, oh, that fucking sucks. I literally saw this art. I was like, oh, this blows. I don't want to play this. This is terrible. Because how many fucking 8-bit, 16, whatever you want to call it, games look like this? I was like, this is some corny pixel art bullshit. And then I looked at the reviews and they were all good. And I was like, ooh. Coney hates pixels? Yes.
That was me with Xenoblade 2. Everyone says it gets good, but I got 10 hours in and the fights weren't any faster and the cutscenes weren't any less hard to watch and I just don't get the appeal.
It's so funny that you say that because I have a video in my watch later specifically about that I've been wanting to watch. That I've kind of been sitting on. Which is when great games have terrible beginnings. Which is about that game specifically. I've been wanting to watch this. Beautiful Sieg, maybe. Fallout 2, maybe. Paid Chatter, well, he paid me back. He gave me $5. I've been sitting on this video. I want to watch this. Isn't it Sieg? Seg? No, it's not Seg. It's Sieg. You sieg into something. Right? Segway. No, you can sieg into something, I think. Right? It's literally Segway. You pronounce it like that. Well, whatever. Sigu. I don't care. Who cares? Not me. Oh, God. I thought my messages popped up on screen. Hold on. I almost clicked on it. Okay, never mind. It was nothing important. Okay. All right. You guys ready? Huh? Okay. We'll do a little bit of this, and then a little bit of that, and then a little bit of that. You'll see. Balin? No. I played games yesterday. No more video games for at least 3 months. Unless Multiverses comes out tomorrow, then maybe. Maybe Fall Guys? I've been wanting to play Fall Guys lately. Dude, Fall Guys is popping off. Have you guys seen this? I can't believe I haven't gotten back into it. Dude, look at this. Fall Guys is number 5 on Twitch. That's unbelievable. Oh my God. Gotta bring that back, dude. I love that game. Okay. What a cool game. And I haven't played it in so long that, like, it would all be new to me. There's so much new stuff. Have you seen the speed runs of the races? No, there are Fall Guys speed runs now. How much new stuff is there? Maybe we'll do a lobby. Maybe we'll have a lobby tonight. That's how we'll end the stream, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, people are probably really good now. I bet it's not fun anymore. Everybody's a tryhard. That's good. Tryharding the party game. Dude, you wouldn't believe how many people are sweaty on Melee net play. I guess you would believe it. That does make sense. That's kind of a dumb thing to say. I'm literally in Melee net play on Slippy. That's kind of what... Yeah, never mind. That's my fault. Okay. Wasn't it the deadest game like a month ago? What, Fall Guys? No, it's been back for a little while. It's pretty good. Okay. You mean XQC is... I keep forgetting to change my name. I gotta change my name. That sounds fun. I gotta do that. Okay. I forgot I had this open. This is fun. Okay. Okay. Fellas, we talked about the Steve thing. You guys saw the Steve ban. That we did that like 3 times, and you clicked on it every single time. But Steve's not even that strong. He's not even the strongest character. And we haven't even talked about Kazuya. How strong is Kazuya? That's what we're going to find out. These are the top 10 most powerful fighting game characters ever. Check it out. The official source, WatchMojo.com. Kazuya is literally on the video as soon as I open it up. If he's not number 1, I don't want to see a single tweet about this. No more bitching. If he's not number 1, you can never complain again. That's Kazuya, right? Is that Kazuya? I know there's Jin too, but I think Kazuya has... I don't know what the difference is. Okay. Got it. That's Kazuya, okay.
WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the
Dude,
top 10 most...
this narrator is on all the gaming shit. My boy Callum, this guy is on all the gaming lists. This dude's a geek. He gets all the game shit.
The top 10 most powerful fighting game characters.
They will live again in my
Shang Tsung has to be
For
like
this list, we're taking
number
a look at
3,
fighting game characters
right?
that are insanely strong in their respective game. We're not necessarily looking at broken or unfair characters, but ones that are powerful in their lore and gameplay.
Oh, this is lore-based?
Which fighting game character do you think would rule over everyone?
If it's lore-based, it's probably...
Share with us in the comments.
Kirby? No way it's Kirby.
Number 10, Alpha 152.
They're not going to do some Kirby shit.
Dead or
No.
Alive series.
Oh, I thought that was like a Virtua Fighter thing.
The cast of the Dead or Alive games already...
Why did she jiggle? She moved her head down. Watch. This is obscene, dude. Watch this.
The Dead or Alive game already wields some
Dead or
crazy
Alive
abilities,
is
whether you're talking
criminal.
about Kasumi,
They never
Hayabusa,
should have been allowed
or
to sell
boss
this.
characters like Raido and Genra. Of
It's
them
called
all,
art.
Alpha 152 is the best.
They
of
should have
them,
never
and
been
it
allowed to put this in
absolutely
stores.
Enrages us. This abhorrent genetic life form constantly spams its teleporting ability and will effectively make blocking useless just from the most basic combos. Even
Well,
after 2 entire labs
it's supposed to be
collapsing
like
in
a
Dead or
god,
Alive
right?
4 and 5, it's
Oh, no, it's an
heavily
experiment.
implied in
Okay.
Dead or
I'm
Alive
thinking of the
6
other thing.
that Alpha 152 is still alive, waiting to be unleashed upon the world once again.
It's made out of water. You're lucky you can hit it at all. Do you think there's a water super soldier somewhere in like an army base?
Number
Surely
9,
there's a way.
Kratos.
What is this?
PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale.
Bro, I wish this game was good. You know all the hype that comes out every time there's a new like fighting game or platform fighter, whether it's Nickelodeon or Multiverses or whatever. This game had so much fucking hype. And then it comes out. I played one game ever. I played it once and I sold it on eBay. One of the worst games I've ever played. Does Kratos count as a fighting game character?
Yes,
That feels
this is a rather
disingenuous.
odd choice at first glance, but Kratos is slapped on here for both lore and gameplay reasons. First off, this is the ghost of Sparta we're talking about. The same guy who killed the entire Greek
Bat
pantheon.
chesting.
By default, He's already more powerful than the
This
rest
is the
of the
most
PlayStation
like
family.
2000s
You really
UI I've ever
expect
seen.
Parappa
Oh
or
my
Cole
god.
McGrath to come out on top? Even without lore, Kratos can rack up AP the quickest out of all the fighters in PlayStation All-Stars.
AP?
Most characters are still struggling to break level 2 by the time Kratos maxes out his meter.
I have never played this game, and I never will. He's an MK9, is he?
Number 8. Inferno,
I don't want to see Kratos
Soul
actually
Calibur
kill
series.
someone. That's such a stupid thing to say. He was brutal in his games. I feel like in the God of War games, him killing people was more like cartoonish. But in Mortal Kombat, he's killing
Like
actual
Dead or
people.
Alive,
I don't know why
Soul
that's different
Calibur
to me.
Features a roster of
Like if he's
fighters that
killing
wield
mythical beings,
exceptional powers in
that's
their
different
blades.
than like
However,
Kano,
Inferno
who's just a
has
fucking
remained
man.
a
You know what I mean?
consistent threat throughout the franchise, as he is the legendary Soul Blade, the cursed weapon sought out by many. He
Dude,
can
this shit-
replicate anyone's fighting style and can even alternate between them all mid-fight.
Good on the GameCube for being able to produce this.
This is because
Look
he
at all
has
these
stored the
particles.
memories of those he's defeated inside himself.
I'm
and
shocked the GameCube didn't
crystallized their
catch on
souls.
fire
God
here.
help you
This
if
is
you play
insane.
Soul Calibur 4, though.
That
as
disc must have
Inferno
been
plays
spinning.
like his own creation nightmare, but with a permanent maximum soul charge.
It's 360p resolution. Still, that's a
Number
lot of
7,
colors.
Galeem and Darkon, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
I guess so. Aren't they like God and the devil? They're basically God and the devil, I think. No one played this shit? Yes, they did. Everybody wanted to change the title screen song. Get him, Banjo!
There was
How do you even
much
judge
debate
them?
on who is the most powerful Smash character.
Probably Taboo.
Giga Bowser, the Hands, Master Core. Ultimately, we decided
Who's
on
Master
Galeem
Core?
and Darkon. Whereas most of the Smash Bros. Fighters can hold their own against the
I'm such a
aforementioned
fucking
menaces,
casual.
we all saw the opening to Smash Ultimate's World of Light mode. Every single character got decimated just by Galeem's beams of light. On top of that, 2 of the game's endings show what happens when one of them lives on without the other. Spoiler alert, neither of them end well. Honestly,
Wait.
it's safe to call these 2 forces of nature in the Smash Bros. Lore.
There were 2 different endings? I don't remember that. There are 3 endings? What?
Number 6, Parase Lucia.
I don't remember any of
Arcana
that.
Heart series.
And I beat the fucking game. It was my job. Skip this? Why?
This is not a goddess to fawn over. Do not show any love for this blasphemous, manipulative, cheating hag of a final boss.
This guy
Parase
hates this
Lucia
woman.
is only one of the most powerful fighting game characters because of
First
the amount
woman on the
of
list. Well, no, I
nonsense
guess
she
the experiment
throws your
was a
way.
list. Never
Without
mind.
hesitation,
I was gonna
she
say
will
first
assault
woman on
you
the
with a
list that he
volley
hates.
of
Wait, what
projectiles.
is this a thing in Melty Blood? Is this Melty Blood? I wasn't paying attention. Is this Arcana Heart? They have an It's Arcana Heart. Whatever. It's anime fighters. What is going on here?
Spam teleport all over the place and interrupt your attacks.
Is this not
without
enough for
fail.
you?
Oh, and she can stop the fight.
Do you
by
need this
making
shit
a
on the
large
side,
shield
too?
around herself and recover
Have some
health.
shame. Have some
Powerful?
dignity.
Oh, completely.
Why
Are we
is it
happy
all
about
over the screen?
Not
There's
in
no
the
escape from
slightest.
this.
And we all thought input reading was infuriating.
I hope Street Fighter puts all these games out of business. Kill them all.
5, Gargos.
Gargos?
Killer Instinct.
It sounds like a Sonic boss.
Killer Instinct comes loaded with cybernetic dinosaurs, killer robots, and ass-kicking
Is he just a
warriors.
gargoyle?
And somehow, they all have the gall to stand up to the likes of Gargos. Gargos is the fabled
This guy is
Shadow
killing
Lord,
me.
a half-god who can harness the essence
This
of
narrator
souls
is
to
putting his
wheel
all into
worlds
his
into
job.
an era of darkness. So, by default, he is already insanely powerful, and his abilities
Were there any
reflect
good
that. In
N64
addition to
fighting
creating
games?
dimensional
They all
portals
looked
and
like shit.
manipulating space-time, Gargos created a vast array of minions from the evil spirits known as Omen.
That system was like
Jago
only
with
good
shadow
for
energy and resurrected the
party
bandit
games
known as
and
Spinal.
platformers. This
Yeah,
looks like
he
shit.
has quite the resume.
Oh my god. It's so chunky. Okay, so Gargos is the devil. How many of these characters are just
Marie,
the devil?
Skullgirls.
She looks like the devil. Do you guys remember when Sonic Fox was back here and everybody got really mad for like a long time? Dude. He still is? Yeah, but I'm saying like, I remember when he first got back there, people hated that fucking guy.
How does a spooky girl like Marie manage to beat out an interdimensional half-god like Gargus?
Is Sonic Fox
those
still
who have
winning
fought
shit? I
Gargus
feel like I
can
haven't heard from him
somewhat
in a while.
match his power.
I think
In
he's
Marie's
playing
case,
multiverses.
Well, it takes a special
Oh,
amount of
they?
skill
Sorry,
to take
they.
down the Skull Girl. This is no mere child. Marie wields the power to summon skeletal
Gotcha,
minions and send out shadowy figures to fight for her. She can take you down with little to no effort, and even when she's beaten to a pulp, she will still try to fight you as a bony corpse, desperate to keep you from obtaining the Skull Heart.
I'm not sold on this. It's just a ghost.
Number 3, Kazuya Mishima.
Number 3, you say? Well. Interesting. Doesn't seem that strong to me. Although he is stronger than like 8 devils. and literally a god. A god who killed every other god.
Tekken series.
He's also a devil. Yeah, but he's not the devil. Ooh, this song is nuts. I love Tekken music. The old Tekken music. New
For the
Tekken music is
longest
okay,
time,
but it
Kazuya
sounds very
has gone
like
back and forth
clubby,
with his father, son,
you know?
and grandfather. Seriously, the Mishima family is nothing but throwing each other off cliffs, dropping them in volcanoes, blowing them up, the whole 9 yards. Despite everyone in his family
He
trying
looks so
to stop
cool.
him, including his wife June, Kazuya has managed to survive every attack.
I'm so
without
sad that
fail.
every Kazuya
Some may
player
argue
uses
that
the
Heihachi has
the suit
survived
one.
worse.
I don't like
but
the
you
suit.
know what Daddy Kazuya has that Grandpa
love this
Mishima
outfit, dude.
doesn't? That accursed devil gene. And the power Kazuya gains
He's
from
missing
that
the
is enough
gene.
to make him the most powerful character in Tekken.
That wasn't
From that is
Kazuya.
enough to make him the most.
That's not Kazuya. That's the other guy. Fang? Is that Fang? That's his name. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I played this guy in Tekken 5 or whatever it was. That's definitely not Kazuya.
In Tekken.
What the fuck? I thought you could slip that one past me. Okay.
Number 2, Liu Kang. Mortal Kombat
Isn't Liu Kang just a fucking guy?
Aiden, stop this! Step aside, Liu Kang. Put down the amulet.
Liu Kang is just like
taking hold
a...
of you.
When thinking of the most
I thought that
powerful
was his
Mortal
whole point.
Kombat
He's just an
characters,
everyman.
We'd probably put Shao Kahn, Shang Tsung, or Raiden at this spot. But
Yeah.
that's in another timeline now, thanks to Mortal Kombat 11. Before facing Kronika, Raiden bestows his powers onto Liu Kang, turning
What?
him into a fire god. With Kronika defeated,
Oh.
Liu Kang wields Kronika's crown, making him the new Keeper of Time.
What?
So not only does he possess the
What
same
the
power
fuck?
as his master, but now he can easily erase your existence without question.
I thought Liu Kang was a zombie now. Did you not play MK11? I did. I didn't play the story. I just went online and played Kano. I did the flip move. I love Kano.
We'd say that's beefier than soul-stealing powers and
Okay, so
mystical
he's
hammers.
magical now. He's a magical zombie. Number 1 is Rugal. Number 1 is... It's not Kirby. Kirby is not a fighting game character. Gil? Seth. Right? Isn't Seth like doesn't he
Before
like
we
bend
continue, be sure to subscribe to our
DNA or
channel and
something?
ring the bell to get
Isn't
notified
Seth
about
like
our latest
like
videos.
like
You have the option to be notified
like
for
a
occasional
fucking
videos or all of
God?
them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings
or Gil?
and switch on notifications.
Okay, it's Seth or Gil. Seth or Gil.
Number 1, Akuma.
What?
Street Fighter
He
series.
can't. He's a fucking. He has no health. What? What's Akuma's deal?
Transcended humanity, huh? You lack discipline.
That's
Even
what he
after
sounds
talking
like.
about time
There,
guardians,
Seth. See,
demonic beings,
it should have been
and
him.
gods,
Bro has a
Akuma
fucking yin
is
yang in
still
his
the
tummy.
most powerful fighting game character.
He's so
of
strong.
all time.
Look how ripped
you know
he
why?
is.
He is literally the devil. His name is
Oh, he's the fucking devil. He's the devil?
Japanese for devil, and his entire existence
Oh.
is like that of a devil.
Oh,
Akuma
he's the
has
devil then.
utilized
Okay,
powers beyond
alright.
even M. Bison's comprehension. And we've seen Akuma's potential across Street Fighter, the Capcom Versus games,
Why is
and
everybody?
even
There's so
Tekken.
many
The
devils on
absolute
this
worst
list.
we've seen him was when Bayonetta in Super Street Fighter 4. After that, there's no question. Akuma is the most powerful fighting game
Hey,
character.
there's no
ever.
question.
You win!
No question. Akuma's number 1. No more complaining about Kazuya.
Do you agree?
I didn't know he was the devil. Oh, God. Let's not. Oh, we're getting political, huh? Why the fuck is WatchMojo? Oh, my God. Click it? Absolutely not. We're not pivoting to that. Oh, my God. WatchMojo is fucking unhinged, dude. I can't believe they just fucking dropped that. I guess when you put out 6 videos a day. Good Lord. Okay. Well, hey, Kazuya is number 3, which makes it still pretty strong. Which means that paying $5.99 to be stronger in a game is a pretty good investment. Especially when you compare against the top 10 overpriced items in online games. TF2 hat has to be like number 1, right? Surely.
Welcome to WatchMojo.
Great segue.
And
True,
today
thank
we're
you.
counting down our picks for the top 10
This fucking guy again. Callum.
overpriced items in online games.
There's a CSGO knife worth 100K. No, there's not. You're
For
got
this list,
no.
we're looking
dude.
at some of the most absurd prices folks have paid just for a single item in a video game. Which of these had you floored? Share your confusion with us in the comments below.
That's unbelievable.
Number 10, Blue Party Hat, RuneScape.
This music.
It's
Nice.
astonishing that a game like RuneScape has gone on for as long as it has. But what's even more astonishing is the amount of money folks are willing to pay for a single hat
This
for
game-
their avatars.
I feel like this game was a certain generation that I just totally missed. I'd never played a single game of RuneScape, and I'm kind of thankful for it because everybody that I've talked to that plays a fuck ton of it says that it, like, altered the trajectory of their life in a bad way. Like, they just grinded the shit out of this through adolescence.
One elusively
Poor man's WoW?
expensive item in the game
It's
is
literally
the Blue
free.
Party Hat, a basic crown in a very basic shade of blue that was only available
$500.
during a holiday event all the way back in 2001.
500. Damn, 2001? 5,000.
Though it did return in the 2013 Christmas event, the hat is still a rarity to witness. And in 2021, someone bought it for $6,700.
Oh my God.
And we're only getting started on these ridiculous trades.
Oh my God, dude.
Number 9, Revenant Supercarrier, EVE
Oh.
Online.
Dude, this game is absurd. I think like Fortune 500 companies have like hired people from EVE Online. Like, I'm pretty sure that people who maintain spreadsheets and logistics and financials in EVE Online, like, it's an actual job that you have to do. this game
One
is
of the most
nonsense.
surprising aspects of
What the
EVE
fuck
Online
is going
how
on?
The community functions and treats the game like a second life, documenting conflicts and, of course, paying chunks of change for virtual goods. The most expensive item
It's
in
very
the game,
pretty.
however, is the Revenant Supercarrier, a massive ship that very few players own.
How much did it sell for?
For a mere $9,000, this ship can be yours and paint you as a big target for pirate players.
Can't people just blow up your ship? Okay.
In 2015 and 2016,
Yeah, I was gonna
two
say, can't
Revenants
people
were
just,
downed
like,
by two
fuck with
factions
you
of rogue
constantly?
Players, Pandemic Legion and Test. Best be aware of what you're getting into when buying this ship.
Honestly, though, if you go all in with people, it's not that bad, right? They're like big guilds
Number
of people.
8,
Everybody pitches in.
Zuzo, World of Warcraft.
Zuzo. Where is Zuzo? Is that
In a manner
Zuzo?
almost like EVE Online, World of Warcraft has long been a game where players treat the world as their second life.
Who the fuck is
However,
Zu-
there
is
is
that
one
Zuzo?
second life that has passed between players only once. Zuzo was a level 70 rogue class night elf character with some exceptionally rare equipment attached.
Okay. Wait, you can buy classes?
The character had almost all pieces needed for tier 6 armor, and for weaponry, they wielded the twin blades
Oh, this is
of
just an
Azzinoth,
account.
which
Okay,
can only
got
be
you.
obtained at the Black Temple from looting Illidan's carcass. The price paid for this account? $9,700.
Flat out, if a ship is destroyed in
Can't buy it
EVE
anymore,
Online,
though,
I'm pretty
as
sure it's
Blizzard
gone
bans
forever.
The account
That's
due to violating
nuts.
terms of service. Account selling is forbidden.
Wait, so you could buy the account and then just get fucking banned? That's pretty funny. I kind of like that. Oh, he got banned, so he spent $10K on this account and then got banned. Dude, okay, so I have a League account. I don't play League anymore. This League account has, like, hundreds of skins. Not hundreds of skins. I didn't spend that much money. But it has, like, really rare skins. Like, Season 1 shit. How much could I sell that for? I'm actually curious. I could probably make, like, $1,000, I think. I think I could do it. If I got up the diamond on the account, I think I could sell it for like 1K. TF packs? No, that's the one skin I don't have. But I have Riot Singed. Isn't that rare? One day. I could sell that shit. I could make a lot of money. I
Number
need
7,
to do that. What?
Burning Killer exclusive. Team Fortress 2.
What? I'm trying to like find out Bernie Sanders 2.0. That's very funny. Is it just a burning hat?
When it comes to hats, no other community lives and breathes headwear like the Team Fortress 2 player base. This community fawns over hats, even the most basic kind. But when
Ruined
it
the
comes
whole
to
fucking
rare
game, by the
pieces,
way.
Like the Burning Killer exclusive, well, traders go into a frenzy.
This game got so much worse when they started adding this bullshit. I couldn't even tell what was going on.
The Burning Killer exclusive has exchanged hands a couple of times. The most recent being
there's only one of them?
2016 for nearly $11,000 worth of
Wait.
in-game materials.
There's only one of those hats? They're talking about it like there's only one. Oh my god, dude.
The hat was bought for 1,000 keys and 3 gold frying pans. For you trading aficionados,
Yeah.
that's well over 4,000 keys pure worth.
I don't know how much that is, though. How much are keys? $3?
Number 6, Echoing Fury, Diablo 3.
$250. Oh my god. Okay. My
World of
friend made
Warcraft
so
is
much
not the
money on the
only
Diablo
title
3
from Blizzard
marketplace.
Entertainment to see
He
some
said he made like
enthusiasm
20K.
in the trading space.
When this game
Remember
came
the
out,
auction
oh my
house?
god,
In
it
case
was
you don't, this was a
it
market
was
in
the Wild
game
West.
Where players could buy, sell, and exchange in-game items. Of them all, the legendary
I think
mace
they
known as
regulated
Echoing
it
Fury was
after
the
like a
priciest.
few months, but at the beginning, you could just go crazy on it.
Just a few weeks after the game launched, Echoing Fury sold for nearly $13,000 worth of in-game gold.
13,000?
Unfortunately, the mace's value has tanked ever since the auction house shut down in 2014.
That's what it was, I think. No. Was it the auction house? I don't remember.
Number 5, Dragon Slaying Saber, Age of Wushu.
I've never heard of that. What is Age of Wushu? What the fuck is
Developed
this
by
game?
Chinese studio Snail, Age of Wushu has seen a quiet following within the MMO space, gaining enough support from players
like
to
Jade
warrant
Empire.
a potential sequel that entered beta in 2017. Surprisingly enough, one in-game item has been sold for a price as absurd as our previous entries, and it happened before the game left beta.
Chinese mobile game?
In 2011, one Chinese man bought a sword called the Dragon Slaying Saber for $16,000. Yes, it's an intricate and well-designed sword.
alright.
But would we pay that exorbitant
I don't know why he had
amount
to
of
say
money
a
for it?
Chinese man.
Not really.
He could have just said a guy. Why do you have to
Number 4.
make it specific?
Ethereal Flames Pink War Dog, Dota 2.
I can't keep watching these. These are so stupid.
MOBA games such as Dota 2 feature tons of cosmetics and gear for players to outright murder their wallets with. Of them all, only one of them has been named by Guinness World Records as the most expensive item in Dota 2.
Okay, but that's not all that impressive if it's in one specific
Ethereal
game.
Flames Pink War Dog sold at an auction for $38,000.
What
exactly was so special about this item, you may be asking?
$38,000?
It's a courier that is supposedly extremely hard to get. And that's pretty much it. It's a courier. All it does is transport items from shop to player. Nothing more.
That's a semester of college. You could change your life with that money.
Number 3, Amsterdam, Second Life.
All of it? The whole country?
If you need proof that the metaverse was a thing long before
The whole
Facebook
city?
took an interest in it, Second Life is your evidence. For years, players have been buying and selling virtual lands to each other, no different than in real life. The most expensive sale in the entire game, though, was for the virtual city known as Amsterdam.
This game looks like shit. Why would anybody... Wait, you could do that? What the fuck is even going on here? I can't... This city makes... There's a whack-a-mole out in the middle of the park. There's a bunch of logs. There's like a hobo fire.
Known as Amsterdam.
There's Jeopardy on the left. Larry's mod.
Before you ask, yes, this is essentially a virtual recreation of the capital city of the Netherlands and includes the infamous Red Light District. And it was sold on eBay in 2007.
That's
How
what it is.
honorable. The lucky buyer only had to fork over $50,000 for the virtual city to be theirs.
Honestly, okay, what the fuck is this? This nightmarish creation. Am I allowed to watch this? I feel like Second Life is probably banned on Twitch. I don't know
Number
if
2,
that's allowed.
Souvenir AWP
I feel like, though, 50K for Amsterdam is not that bad. Because everybody's going to want to go there, and in Second Life, you could probably make mad money. That's probably not that bad. You could make all that back. It's a good investment. Not like this bullshit. This is stupid.
Honestly,
yeah, I'd buy a
it's
city for
kind of
50K,
alarming
yeah.
that a simple weapon skin managed to
Why
be
not?
way more expensive than a massive starship or a virtual city. The Souvenir AWP
It does
Dragon
look
Lore
good, though.
Sniper skin is a pricey cosmetic more tailored to those ingrained in Counter-Strike's esports scene, though.
65K. 65K, surely.
The rifle comes with a small assortment of stickers dedicated to various Counter-Strike esports player, and it can only be obtained through the obscenely priced Cobblestone souvenir packages. But how much do you need to pay to bypass the
65K.
randomized loot boxes? Well, one sold in 2018 for roughly $61,000.
Ah, I
Best
overshot
start
it.
Saving.
Damn. Rats. Wait, so what's number
Before we
one?
continue, be sure to subscribe to our
People
channel.
in chat were saying Roblox items have been selling for $3.5 million. I don't believe you. actually, yes, I do. Never mind. I do believe you. I feel like a rich kid, with how popular Roblox is, there's definitely a rich kid out there who begged their dad for it. If their dad is like an oil baron or something. I actually think that's true.
And ring the bell to get notified about our latest
$600,000 to own.
Shut the fuck up. Stop. Nobody's gonna buy that. I don't know anybody that's ever played this game. Oh, hi, Z. 9 a.m. tomorrow? Yes. Yeah. I'm in. Yes. I'm in. Yes. Yes, I will be there. Yeah, I'm in. Whoa. People bought NFTs? Yeah, but, like, that's supposed to appreciate in value.
Show me that money!
I've never heard of this game. This is a game I've never heard of. And nobody's buying that. They're just setting the price there and hoping one day some whale finds it. This is the only place Coney replies to me. Join the fucking club. I read chat and nothing else. All I do, the chat opens up and then I read for the day, and as soon as the stream shuts down, I go like this and I never look at another screen. Chat only all the time. Hey, at least you got to me, right? I saw it. Okay, well, maybe you don't have the money for the $600,000 cool club. It's the same video. I was curious. But maybe.
I remember the hollow feeling I had after I bought my first expensive luxury. Imagine how hollow it must feel to buy a virtual gun.
I've told this story on stream before, too. But I don't know if YouTube has heard it. So back when Steam was doing the whole marketplace thing and letting you sell your items and stuff, I was done playing TF2, and I had a bunch of stuff, because I played TF2 for years and years and years, and I had a bunch of stuff, and I was like, oh, nobody will ever pay money for items in a video game? No way. So I sold all my TF2 shit, including some of the rarest stuff in the game, for a $2.50 copy of Super Meat Boy. Super Meat Boy was on sale. And I didn't think that that would ever be valuable enough to make anything of it. But it was a good game. I did have a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with Super Meat Boy. So, you know, I might have had a little bit more fun with the $10,000 I'm sure I gave up. But, you know, you can't live in the past. All right, maybe you can't afford a virtual moon. But maybe you could afford the top 10 rarest Funko Pop figures that might make you rich. If you come across these in the wild, you may be shocked to find out how much you can earn.
The important limited edition Batman and Joker offered it.
Bro, Batman and Joker, Freddy Funkos? Oh, is Freddy Funko like the mascot?
2013 San Diego Comic-Con.
This is everybody in chat when I brought up this video. Literally everybody in chat. What the
Welcome to WatchMojo.
Hey, we got a new narrator.
Down our picks for the
Let's go,
top
Ryan.
10 rarest Funko Pop figures.
That's my boy Ryan,
that
bro.
Might make you rich.
I think you'd have no problem getting $2,800 for the set.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most expensive or in demand of these popular bobblehead figures, either at the time of their release or after the fact.
Is that
Do you
Stan Lee?
own any of these ultra rare
Oh my god.
pops?
Oh, what an image. What an unbelievable... He's not even in focus. This is in focus. Oh my god, it's Discord. You guys know Discord? Wait, where? How do I find it? Discord! I'm trying to find the fucking... I can't read Discord without thinking of this video. Discord! Wait. Wait. Discord!
Howling at the moon and sleeping in the middle of a summer's afternoon. Discord!
Discord! And there he is. A live performance here on the Coney stream. Yep. Thought you guys might enjoy that one. Didn't Coney say he was in theater? No. I did. What I did was cool. That's not the same. I didn't wear a fedora or sing about ponies. I hate cringe so much. No. I sang about sentient flesh-eating plants, which is actually kind of cool. That's kind of based, actually. And one where I sang about a book report on Peter Rabbit. That's, I was Schroeder in Charlie Brown. And one where I sang about... I'm trying to think of all the musicals I've done. Oh, I was in fucking Annie. I sang about abducting and ransoming a kid. Which I guess is the darkest thing, but it was in Annie, so...
Brag about it in the comments. Yeah. Number 10.
Easy Street. Yeah.
Freddy Funko. Glow in the dark. With a name like
Who's
Toy
Freddy
Story,
Funko?
This beloved animated franchise was destined to deliver...
Didn't you say fuck on a live mic during Annie? Yes. Okay. So I did musical theater, and I did Annie. I did Annie once, and they have us mic'd up with lavaliers, okay? And I have the mic on, and I finished Easy Street, and this is a kid's show, right? Annie is a kid's show for children, so there's a ton of kids in the audience. And I finish Easy Street, and it ends with, like, some note. I don't remember. I was exhausted. I had been working all day, and there were 2 performances, and I had to do something in between them, run some kind of errand. So we were on the second performance. And so we hit the final note. Hope to be there soon, whatever. And I go off stage, and... fuck. And I said that to myself, but my mic was still on, and it came on over the speakers. Everybody in the audience heard it, including probably 300 children. And it was so loud that I was like, wait, was that, did I say that into the mic? Did you guys hear that? And everybody is just looking at me with this stone cold expression. And it was the most embarrassed I've ever been, I think, but it wasn't my fault. That's the mic guy's fault. But just imagine being a kid in that audience where this very silly, funny dancer is dancing off stage, holding a note, be there soon. Fuck. That poor kid. Oh, God. How old were you? Like 25? I was an adult. I was a grown-up. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Dude, to be fair, though, I got roped into that fucking show because Mallory was in it already, and they needed another guy. There were no men in that show. Like, they didn't have enough guys to fill up the male roles. So I had to step in and help out.
For some out-of-this-world merchandise.
But the kids, like, they had no idea who said that. They just heard someone very loudly groan the word fuck out of the speakers. They don't know who did that. Everybody was off stage. It was pitch black, too. All the lights in the theater were off.
Not too difficult to nab a standard version of this spacebound superhero for a reasonable...
Also, that number was not the last number of the show. So I had to go back out later. And I think by that point, everybody knew it was me. And they're like, oh, that fucking guy is the guy that cursed.
Price. But when Funko's mascot Freddy puts on the helmet, the cost really takes flight. Even though he's donned the signature suit a few times
so is
now,
Freddy Funko like their main guy? Is he like their
to infinity and beyond? With current listings in the universe of $5,000.
I've never
that much
Funko
funding,
mascot.
Zurg
okay,
doesn't
so cool.
stand a chance.
So cool, man. My favorite Funko character for sure.
Number 9. Boba Fett Freddy Funko.
Are these
Red
all
hair.
Freddy Funkos?
Tracking down one of these exclusive figures.
Are they all Freddy Funko?
Several record and since figure is going to a galaxy. Number 8. Apollo Creed Freddy Funko. No
bruises? You need a pristine one without bruises? Why do they make 2 different ones? He didn't lose the fight. He won the fight. I would want. Oh, I see. This one's fucked up. Damaged goods. Got it. He's got a bit of a shiner.
Stops.
Okay.
Only a meager quantity.
Apollo Creed is black. Okay, but they're not gonna put. You would be madder if they made Freddy Funko black. If they made Freddy Funko black-faced, we'd be just as mad. That's not Apollo Creed. That's Freddy Funko.
These crossovers were adding beer brawl to. Number 7. Frankenberry Freddy Funko.
Is it all Freddy Funko? Is it all Freddy Funko, you think? All the way through.
Balanced break for their poor meal icon fetches pro creatures like Boobs or Freddy version. These undead icons are as
better not
pricey
be Freddy
as they
Funko.
are sugary.
Better
So
not
for the
be
sake
Freddy
of
Funko.
collectors' wallets, maybe it's Venom Freddy Funko.
I can't believe this. This is unbelievable.
Compelling the goose dollar. This figure's worth has been time.
One of these is not Freddy Funko.
Number 5. Clown Dumbo. In no time. Number 5.
5 Freddy Funkos in a row into Clown Dumbo? I would have never expected. That's a huge curveball. Oh my god. Yeah, you just throw rock and rock, paper, scissors 10 times in a row, and that is paper. Okay.
Clown Dumbo.
This is like the Salt and Pepper Diner story. The next one's definitely going to be Freddy Funko.
Disney icon.
The next one's going to be
just
Freddy
get dolled
Funko.
up for a circus performance.
All right, how much
but
for
also
Dumbo?
For a massive surge in popularity. While there's plenty of the standard edition to go around, eager collectors either had to be one of the lucky few at the 2013 San Diego Comic-Con or fish out bucks after the fact to nab this guy.
Cute.
As one of the Mouse House's oldest animated characters, this lovable elephant has the unique feature of appealing to a wide generation of audiences.
That's not true.
Which
Everybody
is
I know
surely
hates
part of the
Dumbo.
blame for its rabid demand. With over 80 years in the pop
Nobody
culture
cares about
conversation
Dumbo.
and counting, Dumbo's price may end up flying as high as he does.
Okay, but how much is he? Wait, does this... I haven't listened to a single thing about the numbers. I don't know any of the... So they're not even saying how much they're worth. They're just saying it might be worth a lot. The next one's Freddy Funko.
Number 4. Signed metallic
Wait.
gold and chrome Stan Lee Pop.
Oh, shit.
To get your hands on one of these, you need a thick wallet, the stars to align,
Jesus
and
Christ!
the power of Earth's mightiest.
Stop trying to scare us.
Not to be confused with the classic red metallic superhero variant that also fetches a pretty penny.
That one looks
This
pretty
pair
good.
of
I
gold
kind of
and
like
chrome
that one.
figures are among some of the rarest pops in existence
There's
nowadays.
only 10 of them?
Only
This is
10
only
of
number
each color
4.
exist, and most of the copies in circulation are signed by the legendary comic writer himself. Since Lee unfortunately passed away in 2018,
Did he sign on the Funko? That looks like shit. Or is that just on the box?
signature alone is priceless.
I found the Clown Dumbo for $18 Canadian. Wait a minute. No way. By the way, I searched for it, and the first thing that came up was this. $9. But it's out of stock, though. This one says $7K. I'm going to get myself a Clown... Oh, look at the chrome one. Oh, that's regular Dumbo. Never mind. This is Clown Dumbo. I mean, it might be valuable.
Let alone on one of these uber rare gold or chrome figures. Number 3. Jamie Lannister Freddy Funko.
Okay.
Bloody.
And there
this
he is
time,
again.
Funko's mascot
Is
is
it
heading
not
to
enough to
Westeros,
just have the
and
character?
the results are a pop worth about as much
Does it have to
as
be
the
a
Seven
character
Kingdoms
that Freddy
altogether.
Funko is
Even for a
cosplaying
fan
as?
favorite character from one of the
Also,
most
the
talked
fact that
about
he's
television
bloody is
series
kinda
of all
fucked up.
time, $10,000 is an astonishing price tag for a single figure.
The things I do for love.
The eldest Lannister sibling had been a standout since episode 1, but his development in later seasons, as well as a unique blood-spattered pattern on the pop, made for a perfect storm of fervid fan interest. Who needs the Iron Throne when your Funko is more valuable than the rest of your cast combined?
This doesn't mean anything. You could set the price at anything. Nobody's gonna buy it. You can make a bid or an offer. Yeah, it's not the same.
Freddy Funko.
Okay, is number 1 a Freddy Funko? I would love to do a prediction, but people will cheat. Count Chocula. He's like a ghost.
Glow in the dark. Undead Series.
Is number 1 a Freddy Funko? I'm going to say no. I don't think so. I think that's too obvious.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel.
Number 1 has to be something unique. Something totally unique. Never before seen. Surely.
Videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Signed Alex DeLarge.
Oh.
Glow in the dark. Compared to some of the biggest brands on the planet, classic literature doesn't seem like it would be that big of a draw. But this exclusive release of the Clockwork Orange protagonist had more going for it than its minimal 12-unit production.
Yeah, that guy's a shithead. That guy's not a good... Why would you want that one?
Himself, turning this already limited pop into the company's highest valued product by far.
Oh my
Even
God.
finding a listing is a fool's errand, and that's before churning out the $25,000 it's currently worth. With that kind of money,
how much?
Before churning out the $25,000 it's currently worth. With that kind of money, you could just buy the book, or...
He's spinning. You could, if you had $25,000, you could buy the book. I think you could afford it. He sounds like my dad. Sounds like a parent. Why not just buy the book, son?
An entire library.
I've taught you much, my little dream.
Oh my God.
Now tell me what you had in mind, Georgie boy.
Do you agree with our
Not a
picks?
good list.
Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo.
Where's the
and
video?
Be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our
I think they
latest
made a
videos.
mistake. I think they made a... Where do I watch more? What more could I watch? Where's the video? Okay, I kind of cheated on this one. I have to show you guys something. So these are the top 20 most ridiculous infomercial products. I was going to watch this, but we've seen a lot of these before, and I don't want to waste your time. But there was one that we have not seen. You see, there's the big hot dog, and the putter one, and the potty putter. We've seen a lot of these. Asprey, the Flexor with the wobbly thing,
there,
and the
but
shake
Flexor
weight.
might
You know,
take
you've
the
seen a
cake
lot
for
of
most
these.
risque.
We've seen this one on the channel.
Facelift. The facial flex is
It's like a
almost
flexor,
as odd
you know?
as the reactions of the woman trying it out in the infomercial.
We've seen that before. It's like a facelift thing.
Is a flexor. She's a user,
Yeah.
and you can see.
Look at her
how
go.
All of these muscles, and look at her neck. Do you see how tight her neck is?
Gorgeous. We have seen TV Hat, which rules, by the way.
Creating a portable movie
I love
theater
TV
perfect
Hat.
for blocking out the rest of the world.
My kids would love this. My husband would love this.
I would love this. I love TV Hat. But no, the reason I wanted to show you is because of this one.
Theatrics of Vince offer with...
And ladies, you always wanted to stick it to your husband. Now you...
Only one terrifying...
This one. Rejuvenique.
Mask wear away. Just get into your silk pajamas, sit in your favorite fireside chair, and enjoy facial toning sessions that send impulses from a 9-volt battery directly into your 12 facial zones.
Dude. You put the lube on the things, and then it goes on your face, and it activates your face.
And whatever you do, do not forget your lube.
Or you'll die. Your face will burn off. You're going to have welts and burns. Oh my God. JonTron vid? Oh wait, is this in a John? I've never seen it. Can you buy these? Rejuvenique mask. They are $225 and it is on Amazon. I could literally buy one right now. Does it have free returns? There's only one in stock. If I can get free returns, I want to try it. Oh my God, dude. Look at this. Holy shit. New Subula character. There's only one in stock. How do I see eligible for refund or replacement? This item is non-returnable, but if the item arrives damaged or defective. Fuck. Does it come with the lube? It better. I don't know where you would get the lube now, though. This shit is cursed. Does the patient need to be strapped to a gurney when using this? Gurney required, but screaming is only an issue if the patient has not been gagged. Is this mask microcurrent? What principle does it work from? I don't know about its usage as a facial toner, but my friend wore it to scare me, and it did the trick. Oh my God. Not a gimmick. It works. Wow. It's got some pretty good reviews. That's not bad. I kind of want to try it, man. If it was returnable, I would buy this in a fucking heartbeat, but...
Does this sound to anyone else like shock therapy? Side effects may include redness, burning, memory loss, and violent horror film-inspired nightmares.
Oh, I thought she was serious.
Number 5, Poo Trap.
And then back to Poo Trap. We've seen the rest of these. Yeah. Poo Trap, Flowbee, which still seems cool. The Flowbee is honestly not a terrible idea. It's a vacuum attachment that lets you do your hair. That's kind of neat. My in-laws have a Flowbee. Give it to me, please. What is this?
Wondered where great hairstyles come from? Feast your eyes on GLH9.
I don't know this one.
That's great-looking hair formula number 9. And it's hair in a can. At least, we wish it was.
You're about 3 inches away from the scalp, aren't you?
Ron Popeil
Damn!
is the king of infomercials.
Wait, that's real? I've seen that, like, on TV shows. I didn't know that was a real thing that people did, like spray paint hair.
You were homesick in the 90s, you can bet you were begging your parents' Euro Club. Your urine...
Yeah, this is the golf thing you could pee into.
Won't have to. Invented by a urologist, it looks like your average club.
Introducing the Euro Club.
You could pee into your golf club. Yeah. And then number 1 is shake weight. Okay. All right, last movie. This one's wildly different. So maybe you don't want any Funko Pops, and you don't want to spend money on real things in games. But maybe I don't know how to segue this. These are the top 10 legal things you could do in America that are banned in other countries. Maybe stealing the items? Maybe you could steal the Funko Pops? Maybe, I'm hoping this one doesn't get too political.
What's it about?
It literally opens with Django Unchained. Let's hope this one's PC.
It's like a reward.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10
we might
legal
need to
things
pivot.
you can do in America that are banned in other countries.
But I need to know.
So we're going to sell that, but we're also going to sell incandescent bulbs, and people are so happy about it. It's really been pretty amazing.
For this list, we'll be looking at things that are lawful in the United States, but illegal elsewhere.
All right, he's not president anymore. The way that he spoke was he speaks like a fucking baby. The way that he spoke at press conferences and during addresses, he spoke like I'm a 6-year-old on his lap or something. Just, yeah, we're going to get these incandescent light bulbs, and everybody's so excited. We can't wait for these. There's something about
that. Illegal in the U.S.? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Weird baby names.
Huh? You can name people weird baby names in other countries, like Bjergsen.
In the land of the free, Americans are welcome to name their kids just about anything they want.
Well, we narrowed it down
Is Bjergsen his real name? I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Can you not do this in other countries?
Consequently, you've likely seen news articles about people giving their newborn children highly unconventional names.
Ah, like the Elon Musk
your
name.
Kid Han Solo?
Yes, sir.
Han Solo Burger.
In contrast, some other countries have strict laws. For example, you reportedly can't name your kid Batman in Australia, or Panties, or Lol, Spinach, or Circumcision.
Aww.
Literally 1984. Why can't I name my little boy Serky? Come on, little Serky. Then he could start on his own family bloodline. Serky Jr., Serky III. Why not? You can't name your son Batman?
All the good ones.
You can't
Denmark
give
is
babies
even more
dog
restrictive.
names. That's what I'm learning.
Their law on personal names requires residents to choose from a pre-approved list that includes 18,000 names for boys and 22,000 names for girls.
A fucking list? Are you serious? So you can't invent a name? You literally can't make up a new name. That's actually 1984. We're going to run out of names one day. Overpopulation is going to get so big that we're not going to be able to use every name. I'll name him Bruce Wayne then. I think you could get around that. Just make sure the doctor doesn't catch you. If the doctor catches you, you're going to jail.
Want a beautiful name? Soda.
You can get an exemption, but it requires authorization from a church and is subject to government review.
You need a license.
Pull your mask down. You're supposed to be watching the
You
damn
need
book,
a license to name your baby?
Name, Michael.
Number 9. Too much ketchup in school cafeterias.
Oh, God. How do they live?
A staple of virtually every American food
France hates
establishment,
ketchup.
is the condiment of choice for many people. However, in 2011, it was reported that ketchup had been banned from school cafeterias.
What the fuck ever. They're giving wine to 8-year-olds. I don't want to learn about France.
Except with French fries.
Where's the ketchup at?
However, children could only enjoy French fries once a week.
Once a week?
Once a week? That's your national food. You can only eat French fries once a week?
The government issued the decree to ensure a healthier diet in schools
They
and
eat
also
snails.
to preserve Gallic cuisine.
It's literally
we wonder
their
if any
food.
French kids rebelled by smuggling packets or, heaven forbid, whole bottles of ketchup into school. Daring indeed.
Okay, it's risky. You need an intro. You need someone to vouch.
Coney is fat posting. I don't know how you could go once a week eating fries. I feel like fries are such a staple of the American diet, which isn't good. You know? I'm not saying it's a good thing, but, like, how do they live over there, you know?
Number 8.
How do
Turning
they
right on red.
exist?
Across the United States, it's perfectly...
How often do you eat fries? I don't know. There's usually like 50 in the box.
acceptable to turn right on a red light at an intersection, unless you're
That
in
many
New York
times
City,
a day.
where it's only allowed at certain intersections.
Wait, you can't turn
Across
right on red in other countries?
the United States, it's perfectly acceptable to turn right on a red light at an intersection, unless you're in
Can't you not do this in Jersey?
New York City, where it's only allowed at certain intersections.
Hey, Einstein, it's a red light. Hey, I'm walking here.
In Canada, it's banned on the island of Montreal.
Coney, you are really not helping America's image here.
I'm just proud of my cultural heritage. I'm proud to be an American.
However, many countries have banned it nationwide.
I'll rep it forever.
For example, a right turn on red is generally not allowed in Europe. The equivalent in Australia and New Zealand, a left turn on red, is
Yeah,
also
it's
banned.
left turn.
Except where
It's the
signs
same
or
thing.
green
It's just on
arrows
the other
indicate
side. This
otherwise.
sucks.
Go back and turn right.
We do not turn right.
I know Paris.
So do I.
In fact, it's easier to find countries where turning on red is illegal or permitted
We have
only
right on red because of the OPEC oil crisis in the 70s. I don't know what you just said.
special signage than where it's normal, as in the U.S. Number 7, baby walkers. Baby walkers allow infants to walk before they've developed the ability to do so unassisted.
Yeah.
However, some studies have found that the devices actually delay development. and they also
Really?
cause quite a few injuries. In the U.S., they're responsible for a few thousand emergency room visits a year.
Really?
Can't see what's in front of them, and oftentimes can result in a pretty severe injury.
Due to safety concerns, the sale of baby walkers has been banned in
Huh.
Canada since 2004. It's also illegal to own one. People who own baby walkers can be fined up to 100,000 Canadian dollars or even jailed for 6 months.
Damn, that's kind of interesting. It makes sense. Save her. That's crazy. I mean, it makes sense, I guess. We never had one. We had something that she would stand in, but she couldn't walk around on it. So, but that's kind of interesting.
Guess who just freed his dad from Canadian prison?
I thought it would teach
Number
them,
6,
but okay.
Valentine's Day.
What?
It's a day for people to celebrate their love for one.
These cringy-ass lonely countries. Oh, do not give anybody a Valentine. Where is my No one loves France.
Another. Sales of roses and chocolates.
Please,
skyrocket.
where is
Couples
my
everywhere take a day
chocolates?
to revere each other.
What do you say we have
Why is it my Johnny Bravo?
Mama. That is, unless you live in one of the few countries that have banned St. Valentine's Day.
Why?
no Valentine?
In Pakistan, the Islamabad High Court has banned public celebrations of the holiday. There have also been crackdowns in Saudi Arabia, although it's gaining more acceptance.
We have 2 holidays only, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. As Muslims, we only celebrate
I think I know the answer, but
2 holidays.
Some cities in Indonesia have banned celebrations too. The biggest reason has been the idea that it conflicts with Islamic culture and that it represents a Western tradition. Number 5.
Okay.
Adultery.
Isn't this technically illegal? What is this stock image, by the way? This stock footage? Right in front of her, dude?
Adultery is actually still a crime in 17
I thought it
US
was
states.
technically
However,
illegal.
these laws are rarely
But it's not,
enforced.
like, enforced.
Other
Okay,
states
yeah,
have
see?
abolished such laws altogether. You can still face serious penalties in other countries, though, especially as a woman. In the Philippines, only a wife can be charged with adultery, although a
Damn.
husband can face charges of concubinage. In Pakistan, adultery can be punished with
Concubinage. I can guess what that word means, but I've never heard it before. I just learned that. That's a fun word. Concubinage.
death. It's actually difficult for women to report assault and not face adultery charges. You can also face execution for adultery in Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Sudan. In other places, such as Uganda and Rwanda, you may face a prison sentence.
His
and a
ass is
fine.
not looking.
Places
Dude,
such as
you really
Uganda
couldn't give a better take than that. He's smiling. Look at
and
this.
Rwanda, you may face a prison sentence
You can't give a better take than that?
and a fine. Number 4, incandescent light bulbs. When
Oh, are
Thomas
they all
Edison
LED
demonstrated
now?
His light bulb
Is that what
design
this
in
is?
1879, he may have known that he was onto something revolutionary.
That's a fucking ghost. What the fuck? Why is she a ghost? Everybody else is like dark. Oh my god.
However, the bulb
That's
came with key
terrifying.
flaws, specifically inefficiency and a short lifespan. With the emergence of CFL and LED lights, many countries have phased out the older bulbs in favor of
Really?
less power-hungry alternatives.
I didn't
They
know
include
that.
Canada, Australia, Russia, Brazil, and the entire European Union.
Your initial investment in a bulb is a lot higher in a CFL bulb or an LED bulb, but you will
Huh.
recover that cost through the duration of the bulb, also in the energy savings.
The European Commission calculates that the ban contributes billions to the economy and
Oh, I see,
significantly
because
reduces
it's
CO2
less power
emissions.
or save the
US had
planet,
plans to
and
follow
all that
suit,
bullshit.
but
Yeah,
was
yeah,
left
sure,
behind when politics got in the way.
Yeah,
The bulb that we're being
politics, yeah.
forced to use. Number one, to me, most importantly, the light's no good. I always look orange.
Number 3, bounty hunters.
What? That's real? You can do... I always thought this was like a fictional thing. I didn't know you could actually be a bounty hunter. Really? That's cool.
Okay, showtime.
Ronnie? Yeah, but I thought... Like, I know that people call themselves bounty hunters, but I always thought that that was a term that, like if you are a police detective, you are a bounty hunter or something. You know what I mean? I always thought it was, like, legitimized through, like, institutions. Does that make sense? Not like individuals like Captain fucking Falcon. You know? I didn't know you could be a vigilante.
When someone is charged with a crime and gets out on bail, it's essentially a contract binding the individual to return to court at a later date.
You mind if I search your house?
Can I ask you what for?
Yeah, I've got a warrant for her husband.
In the United States, a defendant can hire a bail bondsman to put up the money for bail. Should the defendant run, the bondsman can employ a bounty hunter to track them down.
The state places a bounty on a man's head. I track that man. I find that
That's
man.
so
I kill
cool.
that man. After I've killed him, I transport that man's corpse back to the authorities.
Bounty hunter.
That's crazy and so neat, but also psychotic. That is all at once the most insane thing I've ever heard, but also the most like Wild West bullshit. There's something about that that's neat to me. Get a bounty on your head. You can do it for content. They're not going to kill you. Right? If I commit like a petty crime, like, I don't know, larceny, and then I have to go to jail and I don't go to jail and then I get a bounty on me, that's a video. How long can I evade capture? And then I go to jail for like a month and then I have a 1 million view video. They're not going to kill me. Then they won't get the bounty. I'm not dead or alive for larceny. I'm not going to kill anybody. What's the lightest crime you can do to get a bounty on you? Because it has to be bad enough to like get the court thing. Littering? No. I'm not going to get a fucking bounty for littering. And if I do, my bounty hunter is going to be a pussy. I want like a real, like somebody who's going to be intimidating. Otherwise, I can't clickbait it, you know? They got to be scary.
Hunters aren't subject to the same legal restrictions as official law enforcement,
oh my God,
giving them advantages otherwise unavailable. Although they were common worldwide for many years, they're now considered illegal virtually everywhere but the U.S.
He's gotten all of them so far.
How many has he got?
4.
It's also a major reason why American bounty hunters have no jurisdiction outside their own country.
But none of them are rich, right? Do you think there's a rich bounty hunter? Like, nobody's good enough or does this enough to be like a fucking millionaire, right? Dog? That doesn't count. He has a TV show. That doesn't count. He didn't get rich from bounties. He got rich from doing bounties on a TV show, the reality show. Being a bounty hunter might be fun. Unless I died.
Number 2. BHA and BHT preservatives.
I don't know what
I'm
those
Clark
are.
W. Griswold. I'm in food additives and condiments, not preservatives.
Not preservative.
Butylated hydroxyanisole and butylated hydroxytoluene are 2 preservatives that you may have likely never heard of nor can easily pronounce. Both of these are used as a means to prevent oxidation, which can cause food to spoil. Unfortunately, however, research has found that both can contribute to cancer in rats.
Oh, son
in
of a
addition,
bitch.
a U.S. government report indicated that BHA is likely to cause cancer in human beings.
Fuck, man! What am I supposed to eat? All my food is killing me. I don't know. Come on, man. I can't eat any of this? There's beetroot salad. That's got to be healthy. Pure apple juice.
As a result of the
I
dangers,
fucking
many
hate the
countries
world,
have
dude.
banned
I can't
these
eat
chemicals
shit.
from use. The United States Food and Drug
I
Administration,
would move
however,
to
has
France
deemed
so I
them
don't get the
generally
BHTs, but then I get
recognized as
French
safe,
fries once a week.
which is why they are found in most packaged foods within the U.S.
And the exciting part is that they have no ingredients that a human can pronounce. So it doesn't leave you with that heavy food feeling in your stomach.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel
I'm gonna
and
eat
ring the
insect
bell
meat.
to get notified about our latest videos.
Live in a
you
pod.
have the option to be notified for
Oh,
occasional
nothing.
videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
World will be underwater in 10 years. Number 1 is probably going to be like probably something with guns, right? It's got to be guns. Owning a gun? Yeah, but it's not banned in every country or most of the world, right? It's like...
Number 1, plastic bag.
Eat shit. You guys were wrong.
The 21st century has seen a rise in
Not
movements
even
towards
close.
a more eco-friendly culture.
Way
Mr.
off the
McKay
mark.
says that history is past, but saving the
Way
Earth
off.
is our present to the future.
Bro, okay, so every time I go to California, they ask me if I would like a bag, and then they say paper or plastic, and then they charge me money for it. What the fuck is going on over there? We don't have that over here on the East Coast. Montgomery County does that shit, and that's why I moved. Yeah, I gotta pay a nickel every single time? That's exhausting. Coney, you're rich. It's only a dime. A dime now? It was a nickel last I saw. Must be inflation. Reuse your bags? Come on. It's baked into the cost of the items. Get reusable bags. No. When I'm buying, if I buy like pasta sauce, I'm paying for the pasta sauce and the margins of the store to buy the bags. Just give me the bag. If it's only a dime, you shouldn't have problems parting with it, right? Bro, you don't make your own sauce? Don't be elitist about pasta sauce now. Come on. Are we really doing that? Bro, you don't mash up your own tomatoes? You don't use your own oregano? Coney single-handedly killing the planet. With a fucking plastic bag? Let me have any ounce of joy in my life. Please, for the love of God, make it easy for me to carry food to and from my car and no further, and then throw the bag away, which I will never use again. That's not even true. I use it for dog poop. So actually, I am saving the planet. I'm reusing. Yep. I'm doing my part. I'm cleaning up. So really, you giving me that bag is helping both of us. Buy dog poop bags. That's even worse. Why do we have an industry of dog poop bags when I could just use grocery bags for a dime each? There's an entire industry of that. Your guys' priorities are all fucked. Why did I say it like priorities? I said it like a grandpa there. Your guys' priorities are fucked.
One target of these has been the single-use plastic bag. Seen in virtually every supermarket and convenience store, the world has slowly been moving to reduce the use of these bags.
Damn. 131 times?
These policies were very successful in reducing the number of grocery bags used. However, sales of garbage bags skyrocket.
Many countries have outright banned them, while others have imposed taxes or surcharges on the use of the bags in an effort to encourage the use of reusable ones. However, the United States has seen very little momentum here.
Saving the earth while maintaining...
No, but what happened there? Oh, these are like totes? Oh, they're like reusable bags. Okay. Got it.
Profitability.
A few states and cities have joined in, but by and large, the U.S. remains a safe haven for the throwaway sacks.
Good.
Bobby, I will have you know that I...
Two King of the Hill clips, by the way, in the same thing.
...consider myself to be one of the great environmentalists of my time. I have a plastic grocery bag filled with plastic grocery bags that I will bring back to the grocery store one day.
Me too! Except I use them for dog poop. This is literally my house. This is literally me. I do that. Every time I take the dogs out, I lean in under the sink and I grab one of these. It's the American way. I'm not killing the planet. With a bag? If the planet can die to a single bag, fuck the planet. It deserves to die. Oh, bitch-ass planet. Stupid. I'm one guy. There's 10 billion people on the earth. What am I supposed to do? If I alone can kill the planet, it's not a very strong planet. And also, what a thing on my resume, right? I did that. Okay, anyway, that's WatchMojo. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Bye. Okay. That's what everybody else says? Well, maybe everybody else is right. If we all band together, we can kill the planet even faster. Okay. All right, this next one has been on my my watch list for a while. And this one's for me. I have to see this. Someone linked it in the Discord a while ago.
Coney's puff when his opponent is crouching Link.
Hold on.
Never seen an outfield.
Okay.
Fielder more scared for his life. This breakdown is brought to you by DraftKings. Thanks to them, it was a beautiful night in Boston.
Is that me? We'll watch this later. But first, these are the top 10 strangest water slides. Whoa, epilepsy warning. I don't know how. I'll get us through this. I'll figure out. I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll get through this quickly, okay?
Epilepsy warning
We'll
for
be
flashing
safe.
lights and colors.
I fucking love theme park posting, bro. I love theme park posting. I love it.
The water slide sound.
By the way, number one is absolutely the fucking loop one at Action Park.
Sounds like a simple
I'll bet 50 subs right now. 50 subs. Bet your Prime. Bet your Prime. Shake my hand. Shake my hand. Bet your Prime. I bet your Twitch Prime right now. 50 subs. Number one's gonna be Action Park. Done. Bet. Okay. So now you have to sub if it is not that, or if it is that.
Except on paper, but various companies are on a constant search for new and strange ways to innovate them.
What the fuck is this? The knot. It spins?
On paper, but various companies are on a constant search for new and strange ways to innovate
You'd be stuck on that shit for a week.
them. Recently, I conducted a couple of polls with my viewers to determine the most unique water slide ever conceived.
You just get lost
Here are
in
the
the
top
fucking...
10
That's
strangest
like one of those choose your own adventure books. You're just on the slide forever.
Slides as voted
That
on by
happened
the
to me in
viewers.
Goosebumps
Number
once.
10, the Aqua Scoot, made by Canadian manufacturer Bailey Rides. If you've ever wondered what it's like to be a skipping stone, this ride is for you.
Oh,
After
thank
reaching
God,
the
finally.
top, guests will board rafts that resemble snow sleds. Riders grab onto the handlebars and are tilted downwards towards the slope. The rafts quickly descend,
that's
picking
cool.
up quite a bit of speed on the way down. By the time they reach the pool, they will have enough momentum to skim across the surface of the water.
This looks cool, but it will do irreversible damage to your testicles. If you're not sitting the right way, you gotta hold that shit tight, right? Like, I could see this, like, ruining your future family opportunities.
This is pretty much the closest you'll get to walking on water. Eventually, the
It looks
rafts will
neat.
slow down enough to sink, leaving riders chock full of adrenaline. Though one of these slides used to operate at Florida's Adventure Island, it was
That looks
recently
kinda
removed
cool.
in 2018. Fortunately, you can
Ooh,
find
me
more
knackers.
installations across the globe. Number 9, King Cobra,
Ah!
made by Turkish manufacturer Poland Water Parks. Though water slides are serpent-like in general, one model's resemblance to the animal is uncanny. Ophidiophobiacs beware. Poland's King Cobra water slide has a shape and design based on the snake species of the same name. This racing slide design can carry 2 rafts at a time on parallel paths. After winding down
You
a few
go
turns,
into the mouth?
riders will plunge down the slide's main drop. This half-pipe feature serves as the snake's head, and
Oh, that's
guests will
kinda
travel
neat.
upwards towards the mouth. Water pours down from the fangs, naturally representing the cobra's venom. But
That's
instead of
kinda
being
cool.
poisonous and deadly, this venom is cool and refreshing. Its unique design and engaging
Thank
racing
God for that. What if it wasn't? What if it was actual snake venom? Not water. They're just showering you
feature
in
makes it one
fucking
of the
poison.
most visually stunning slides on the market. Number 8, the High Fly, made by Swiss manufacturer System Klar.
No
What happens when
way.
you cross a ski jump in a water slide? You get the High Fly model. This exhilarating slide design is both bizarre and fascinating. Passengers will start off by entering a windowed box and seating themselves on the slide. After shifting their momentum
Dude, you're
forward,
back.
riders will pick up speed on an enclosed slide before suddenly going airborne.
Ow,
a soft
dude,
slope
even when
mat
you
underneath
land,
will
it
not
looks
only
rough.
catch riders, but measure their distance as well. At the bottom, a pool of water will bring the ride experience to a splash-tacular end. With its creativity,
Splash-tacular,
high
I'll
speed, and
say.
airtime, this slide really stands out in the industry. And if you ever wanted to do a ski jump in the summertime,
Where the fuck are they? This is
slide
like
really
in a
stands
mall.
out in the industry. And if you ever wanted
Like, where? This is like a food court, some massage chairs.
to do a
There's like nothing here. Look at this. It's just a pool.
ski jump in the summertime,
I feel like I could buy this for like 50K.
see if you could find a high fly near you.
You're a spoon
Number
in a
7,
dishwasher.
the Freestyle, made by System Klar. You may have heard of stand-up roller coasters, but stand-up water slides? Yep, they exist too. Once again, the fine folks at System Klar have given us another strange and unique slide model. This one is by far one of their oddest ever. Unlike most slides where you sit down or lay down, guests ride the slide on their feet,
is wicked
using
as hell.
railings on the side to stay balanced. Along the way, jets of water provide constant lubrication to the slide, ensuring a nice, smooth descent. The exact
one of the
standing
nozzles
pose is
breaks
up to the
and
rider,
your feet
hence
just
the name freestyle. Being able to surf on a water slide is something you wouldn't think is safe, or
what if
even
you
possible
fall,
for
though?
that matter. But thanks to Klar, this fantasy has become reality. Number 6.
That's a
the
cool
Cannonball,
idea.
made by German manufacturer Vegan
What if you
Metzer.
fall, though?
A launched water slide almost sounds too weird to exist. In reality, though, such a creation has existed for years.
Oh my god, it's actual Ronnied. Oh my god. You could be Ronnied in real life.
Though the slide itself is extremely short.
There's nothing here. What if you overfill the water? Go into the fucking ocean.
The way it's written no doubt earns it a spot on this list. After boarding the stainless steel
How do you
slide,
get
passengers
blasted?
wait as a large canister behind them fills with water, shooting guests forward with the force of 1,500 liters of water. That's around 250 toilet flushes. The force of the water is enough to shoot guests up the slide slope, sending them splashing into the pool below.
You get
In
shot
terms of
like
visual
5
appeal
feet.
and creativity, V-Gun really hit it out of the park with this one. If we could see more of these slides out there, that would be pretty amazing. Number 5, the Storm Chaser, made by
Oh my
System
God.
Klar. With this slide, water meets wind, and it all leads up to a surreal high-tech
It looks like a
experience.
toilet cover.
If Aang, Sokka, and Katara joined forces to make a water slide, it would be the Storm Chaser. This slide utilizes a
that
giant
reference.
fan, which can generate wind speeds of around 75 miles per hour. On this ride, passengers
What?
board rafts with a large lid on the back. The lids catch the air from the fan, propelling the raft forward. This allows it to operate with no gravity at all, a true innovation in the water slide market. The tube itself also contains colorful lighting effects, making for a truly
That's
dreamlike ride experience.
kind of neat,
The fact
I
that
guess.
System Klar has 3 spots on this list just goes to show how revolutionary their designs are.
That's kind of neat, I guess. Yeah, I feel like that's also... Was that the epilepsy warning, by the way? Were those the flashing lights?
Number 4, the Sky Caliber.
Oh, wait. Wait, no, this is an action park. But it is a loop. Wait a minute. This is not Action Park. It's not Action Park. It's not Action Park. This is a different one. Although, it's the same thing. Wouldn't this still kill you?
Designed by Canadian company Sky Turtle Technologies and manufactured...
Definitely thought that was going to say 180 miles per hour. And I was going to say, oh my fucking god. Imagine that.
By American manufacturer Avalanche Water Slides.
Oh.
For this model, engineers were tasked with coming up with a safe and efficient slide featuring a full-on vertical
Yeah, your skin
loop.
would
Though
just
it's pretty much
rip off,
impossible
right?
to make a looping body slide that isn't dangerous. Sky Turtle Technologies came up with a rather unorthodox solution. This solution came in the form of a giant capsule that passengers strap into.
You had to climb into a fucking coffin. Okay, get in. It's just in a fucking casket. I would never do this. I would never fucking do this. This is a hitman mission. Absolutely. You get the prime minister or whoever you have to assassinate into the fucking casket. And then you find a way to have it go off the rails. It's like the fish in a tube gif. Yeah, dude, nice try, whoever built this.
This aluminum structure
Your fucking murder machine.
capsule seats one rider at a time, featuring a safety restraint and a screen to allow
Unbelievable.
water and airflow. So
No
far,
way.
only a prototype has been built.
Prime Minister Coney too soon. Oh shit, you're right. I didn't even think about that. That's sad.
With some speculating that its complex
Rest
design
in
has
peace.
turned off potential buyers. One was allegedly
I guess. I don't know anything about him.
planned for New Jersey's Action Park, but the project was quietly canceled. It's unknown if we'll see one of these slides open to the public, but it would be worth checking out. Number 3, the slide wheel.
Oh, hell
Developed
yeah.
by Vegan Meltzer and manufactured by Canadian
Hell yeah, the
manufacturer
infinite
Whitewater
slide.
West. Never
How
underestimate
does
the
this
power
work?
of young minds. Based on a suggestion by an 8-year-old Swiss boy, Vegan's slide wheel combines a Ferris wheel and a water slide to make perhaps the most technologically advanced water park attraction on the market. This slide features an enormous rotating wheel with a single slide woven around it, and it really is something you'd have to see to believe. Passengers enter the slide through the center.
Oh my god, you die with 3 other people. At least you have company when you go.
On a multi-person
4
raft.
people get to
After
go with
entering,
you.
The rotation of the slide will take riders through the twisting course. Along the way, the rafts will rock back and
I was gonna
forth
say, you
as
get
gravity
stuck,
maneuvers
right?
them through the tube. After navigating the entire wheel section, the raft exits through the center, this time on the opposite side. After another slide section, the ride will end shortly afterwards. This slide was an instant hit upon hitting the market, and
That's
the first
crazy.
model at China's Chimlong Water Park drew quite a few people to ride it. Since then, the industry has shown great interest in this model, so expect to see more of these pop up.
That's so cool. That rules. I want to ride that now. I'm going to go to China.
Model. So expect to see more of
Booking
these
my
pop
trip
up.
tomorrow.
Number 2, Flyover. Located at the Netherlands Tikibad. One of the most famous water parks in the Netherlands is undoubtedly Tikibad. This indoor and outdoor water park features a
there's the
plethora
flashing
slide
lights. Okay, found them. Okay. Sure. Okay, we skipped it.
all time. Imagine a water slide with no air and only water inside. One that sucks you through it like Augustus Gloop in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
What?
It sounds terrifying, but it actually existed. First opening in 1994, this slide known as Flyover would be known as the world's only underwater water slide. Riders would enter a pool and dive underwater towards the slide's entrance.
I'm not going in there. Oh, fuck no. Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? You go underwater and get in the tube?
Water. 1994, this slide known as Flyerifying.
Dude, the water is gonna be full of water! Do you have to swim through? It pulls you?
But it
That's
actually
unbelievable,
existed.
dude.
First opening in 19 water slide.
I don't
would
trust
enter a pool
ingenuity
and
that
dive
much.
underwater towards the slide's entrance.
Actual
They would then
dive.
be
Prevent your death. Do not go past this point. Fact. You need scuba training to ride the Flyover.
Sucked up into the slide and taken through it.
Fact.
before ending
Better
up in
sliders
another
than
pool.
you
Like me when
have
I
ridden
first
the
found out
Flyover
about
and
it.
died.
You may be wondering how such a slide is even possible. The answer is science.
No
Specifically,
way.
this phenomenon is known as the communicating vessels principle. This principle dictates that water can easily be
Markiplier.
transferred
I
between
love him.
containers through a tube, thanks to the forces of gravity and air pressure. This will work just as long as the second container's water level is lower than the first. So since the second pool's water line was lower than the first, guests would naturally be sucked right through the slide. As a safety measure, the slide was capable of draining in around 5 seconds if riders got stuck. Eventually, this slide became far too expensive for the park to operate.
Yeah,
Most
no,
riders were
there's no
terrified
way.
of the very idea of the slide, so it didn't receive a high ridership.
No,
Plus,
I'm not
concerns
going
over
in there.
riders panicking and inhaling water before the slide could drain was reportedly a deciding factor as well.
Oh my god, dude. That's terrifying. Never. In no world would I
It's
ever.
unlikely we'll ever see one of these slides
There's
again.
no
but if
fucking
you got a
way,
chance to
dude.
check it out, let me know about it in the
Oh
comments.
my God.
Number 1, Cannonball Loop.
Fucking go! Let's go! I told you! I fucking told you! Boom! The last ride must kill you. Yeah, it does. I fucking told you it'd be this one. Give up the sub right now. You promised. You shook on it, bro. Dude, what kills me about this, look how small the loop is. You might have gotten away with it if the loop was any bigger. That loop is so tiny. If you wanted to kill someone, there's a much easier way of doing it. I feel like this fucking loop is not the best way. How tall is that? I mean, let's look at the reference. Probably like 15 feet. It doesn't look very high. Loop is so small.
located at New Jersey.
Okay, people actually did die on this, so be a little respectful, okay?
Action
Thanks for the
Park.
subs. Thank
One
you for living
infamous
up to your
part
end of
of
the
New
bargain.
Jersey
I
history
appreciate it.
is Action Park. This amusement park has become well known over the years for its dangerous attractions. Due to a lack of safety regulations,
skeleton is
many of the
rearranged when
park's
you get
rides
off.
would cause a variety of serious
The Bone
injuries over
Masher.
the years. Perhaps the most notorious attraction was the Cannonball Loop water slide.
Oh my god, dude. Look at this. Look at how small that loop is. Oh my god.
This slide was pretty much a
What were they
clickbait YouTube
thinking?
video in real life. It was actually dangerous, and it was actually banned. According to a former...
This is an insane thumbnail. Dude, this fucking thumbnail is next level. Not clickbait. I love all of these thumbnails. There's the guy. Look. The watch time. He definitely clicked in. Bro, this isn't a skyscraper water slide. Poggant. That's not even in the sky, bro.
And according to a former park employee...
I can't, guys. I know I keep talking. I can't get over this. It's so small. I think the thing that kills me, the loop being so small, is like the slide is like, and you're just dead. It's instant. It's not like a prolonged thing. Just wee. Your brain just gets scrambled. Oh my god.
This slide was, quote, the brainchild of some Swiss guy they imported on a week-long visa. This slide would do what no water slide had done before.
Kill a
Incorporate
guy.
a vertical loop.
Oh my god. Look how small it is.
Unlike the Sky Caliber, passengers wouldn't be strapped into a capsule. This attraction was far from safe. One rumor has it that when park staff used dummies to test it out, they would...
Bro, what's going on
was
up
far
there?
from
Look.
safe. One rumor has it that when park
What the fuck?
staff used dummies to test it out, they would come out with missing limbs. They would also allegedly pay staff $100 each to test it themselves. And upon its opening, one park guest claimed he hit his head on the slide while descending the loop and was knocked unconscious. While the slide did have an escape hatch for those who couldn't make it through the loop.
It's not even a pool at the end. It's a fucking slip and slide. It's not even like an actual pool you go into. This is just as dangerous.
The injuries were still undeniable. The slide would only be open for a brief period of time in 1985
Someone
before
died,
being
right?
reportedly shut down by state officials. Nowadays, the park still operates
No one
as
died?
the infinitely safer Mountain Creek Water Park. During a brief rebranding as Action Park in the mid-2010s, park officials planned on opening a Sky Caliber model as a spiritual successor, though once again, nothing came of those plans. Perhaps water slides just weren't meant to have loops. Before I came of those, during a brief rebranding as Action
If I get on a Rapids ride and they give me a fucking helmet, I'm asking for a refund. What is this? This is unhinged behavior. A helmet with a face mask. What the fuck do I look like? An NFL blitz player? What is this? I'm not a fucking linebacker. This is hard. This is like concrete on the sides.
Park in the mid-2010s.
And it goes up and down. Look at this poor girl. She's not having fun.
Park officials planned on opening a Sky Caliber model as a spiritual successor, though once again, nothing came of those plans. Perhaps water slides just weren't meant to have loops. Before I wrap things up...
Would you go on Cannonball Loop for $100? Be honest. I mean, $100, man. No? Okay. What if you were a 16-year-old high school kid at your first job in 1985 making $6 an hour? That's a lot of money. Think about it. That changes nothing. I think it does. If I was 16, I might do it. I think I might do it. because I would be too dumb to value my own life. I would join the poor souls in this. When I was 16, I'd do it for free. Okay, I don't know about that. That's, I would want something at least for the copay of having to go to the hospital. Jesus Christ. If you did that proposal now, it'd be 1K. Okay, yeah, see. If we up the amount a little bit, I mean, how much to go on Cannonball Loop? How much would you charge? Surely $1,000, right? Surely 1,000. 100K? Oh, it's E. Compton. He's rich. Never mind. E. Compton doesn't need that. 10K minimum. I think I'd do it. Yeah, I think 10K. I think 10K is my amount too. I think I'd do Cannonball Run for 10K. Yeah. Probably that. That's too small for me to go on? What do you mean, the loop? Or because, dude, the hole is so tiny at the end. Look at that. Oh, my God. Look at how small that is. Good Lord. I would get stuck. What's the death rate? Apparently none. Apparently nobody died. Some dummies got their heads knocked off, but, you know. For $1,000, that might be a risk you're willing to take. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you would fit, Coney. Okay, security. Get rid of that guy, please. All right, I'm doing more theme park posting. Here's Super Nintendo World. This guy talks slow as shit, so we're putting this on 1.5. Okay, maybe this is a little fast. Maybe this is a little bit too fast. All right, maybe 1.25. Let me hear how he talks.
So, Super Nintendo World is coming to various Universal parks. It has already opened at Universal Studios Japan.
Oh my God, he's actually talking like normal speed. Listen to this fucking YouTuber. Listen to how slow he talks here.
World is coming to various Universal parks. It has already opened at Universal Studios Japan.
I hate the way he talks. I hate this guy's voice. I love his channel, but I hate this voice. We go 1.25.
A smaller version of the lands will open at Universal Hollywood in 2023, which will then be followed by the full thing at Epic Universe in 2025.
Cool!
I'm sure that you're aware that it will open with a
Mario's
Mario Kart
real!
tickets, supplemented with a Yoshi ride that moves throughout the land. These are, of course, its basic selling points, as Mario and Friends are popular with kids, and the IP itself has a pretty strong multi-generational draw.
The fucking Yoshis kill me. I don't know why these are so funny. I think it's just a constant, non-stop train of Yoshis delivering passengers. Also, the Yoshis are very wide. I never really thought about that. They're not like normal Yoshis. These are extremely long Yoshis. I never really thought about. I never made that connection that these are abnormal Yoshis. Also, Yoshis that they've like shucked out, right? They scooped out the saddle, and now you get to ride in them.
I have no doubts that it'll be popular with consumers in the same way that the Wizarding World currently is. However, I get the impression that consumers, in the same way...
I have a confession about this. So, this area in Universal is hidden behind a wall. And they do a lot to, like, not let you know that it's there. Like, if you're just walking through the park, it's pretty hard to find on purpose. I didn't know this existed until my second time in this park. Seriously. I'm not kidding. Like, there's a lot of stuff outside of it. Like, there's like a double-decker bus, which is like a Harry Potter thing. I don't know. I didn't watch the fucking movies. Like, there's a double-decker bus and some shit. But, like, there's just a wall there. And you're like, okay, there's nothing over there. But if you go in, there's, like, this huge area. There's a whole other section of the fucking park. If you don't look at a map, you don't know it's there. You have to explore to find it. I missed this. I was so sad.
Wizarding World currently is.
I missed the whole section of the park. Now, it was Harry Potter, so I wasn't too sad. But if I missed Mario Land...
I get the impression that people don't really fully understand what they're going to be getting into. I've seen a lot of criticism for the Mario Kart attraction.
How long until somebody climbs up there and beats up one of the Goombas? Somebody's gonna do it. Already happened? Wait, really? Dude, how much money to go to Super Nintendo World dressed as Mario, climb up here, and start beating the level? Yahoo! Wee! I don't know why that's so funny to me. Climbing the tree, getting up to the flagpole. Security is chasing you. They just look like bad guys. Oh my god, dude. That's so funny to me. Millions of views, Coney. Oh my god. I beat Super Nintendo World?
And what they're going to be.
Jump on security's heads. This is so stupid.
Getting into.
This is so dumb.
I've seen a lot of criticism for
that thwomp would definitely kill you.
don't really fully understand.
This thwomp would absolutely kill you. Look at that. It's actually like probably a big plastic thing that drops down with a mechanism. You fucking die.
I've seen a lot of criticism for the Mario Kart attraction,
oh my
but there seems to be a fundamental misunderstanding of what it is and what it's attempting to do.
So bad.
The same seems to be getting into.
I want to ride this Yoshi.
I've seen a lot of criticism for
get on his back.
The Mario Kart attraction, but there seems to be a fundamental misunderstanding of what it is and what it's attempting to do. The same applies with the Yoshi ride as well.
Ooh, I don't like
Furthermore,
that.
people seem to not understand.
Ooh, I don't like Captain Toad moving his mouth. I don't know what's up with that. I don't like the Muppet thing. Look at this.
Yoshi ride as well. Furthermore, people seem to not understand that the land itself isn't just aesthetically pleasing, but is interactive in a revolutionary way. In fact, I would even make the claim that it makes the wand magic seem outdated because it just goes so much farther in what it's trying to achieve. I've seen Super Nintendo World covered at a pretty superficial level, so instead, I would really like to dig into its design choices, countering a lot of the criticism that it has received.
Wait, there's stuff to do there? I thought it was just the 2 rides.
Down the different elements of the attractions, as well as the land itself, really illuminating how and why this is going to set a new standard within theme parks. If you haven't been paying attention to what's being offered,
that's kind of neat.
Then I think you're going to be in for a big surprise.
Die, Junior! You're fucking dead. Take this. Oh, this rules.
Visitors will enter Super Nintendo World through a warp pipe,
cool.
and from there transition to Peach's castle. While I do wish it was bigger, the iconic castle music from Super Mario 64 plays inside.
That kind of sucks.
These lenticular portraits
depending
on where you stand.
How much do you think they reinforced this? I feel like in Japan, people are going to be like respectful and look from a distance. If they put this shit in America, people are going to be banging into this every day. Every fucking day, somebody's going to try to go to Tiny Huge Land. Or whatever the fuck this is. That shit is concrete. It's just bricks. Oh my god. Yeah, this has to be like super reinforced, right?
Change depending on where you stand.
No, that's cringe. I don't like the Junior.
Upon exiting the castle, you will be met with the Mushroom Kingdom itself.
Yo!
Which, while relatively small, can tend to be visually overwhelming. This, in conjunction with the lands being multi-layered, makes it feel much larger than it actually is. One element that absolutely blows me away is the kineticism of everything, ranging from the movement of the Yoshi ride.
Can you get up there? If I climb up this pole, I could probably jump over here. This probably connects over here. I don't think you can get up there like as a guest, but I'm trying to like, if I broke into this park, could I get to the flagpole? You get on the trash cans, you think? No, but trash cans into the exit sign up here. You boundary break.
Much larger than it actually is.
Let me see. Yeah, how the fuck do you get up there? Oh my god, it's so high, dude.
One element that absolutely blows me away is the kineticism of everything,
Look how
ranging
tall
from
it
the movement of
is.
the Yoshi ride to the creatures like Koopa Troopas and Piranha Plants. It's also important to notice that while visually overstimulating, the area is divided into distinct sections, giving it a large degree of aesthetic variety. Simulating
those are actual nets? You can climb those. You could get up there.
Is divided into distinct
I didn't notice. I thought they were like fake nets.
sections, giving it a large degree
Wait
of
a
aesthetic
minute.
variety. Going left to right, you have hills, a snow area, Bowser's
Okay, you jump off Yoshi onto here, and then you're stuck. Never mind.
Castle, Mount
You're stuck.
Beanpole, a forest.
You
past
need
the
a
Yoshi
partner
ride,
to get up
and
there.
It circles back to more hills.
Some Mario and Luigi
There's
shit.
also a desert area that can only be clearly seen when on Yoshi's Adventure. You may not initially realize it, but the design seems to want to blend everything together, yet still offer distinct visuals
This
to help
looks
you
like a
find where
mess.
you're going.
I'm gonna be honest.
As an example, the aesthetic of Bowser's Castle definitely stands out among the various biomes and draws people towards it through curiosity. Inside is Mario Kart Koopa's Challenge, which will translate to Bowser's Challenge when it premieres in the United States.
This is so weird
The
because his voice is at normal speed, but all the music is sped up.
Itself takes you,
I
of
keep
course, through the
forgetting that
castle,
I have the video
first
sped
taking a
up.
stairway up to a statue of Bowser himself. Further inside, you'll also see various cups that represent their respective Mario Kart circuits.
Oh, that's cool.
Appropriately, you'll be racing for the Universal Cup at this attraction. Continuing forward, the queue is littered with props related to racing, such as tires or barrels of Bowser oil.
That's
Another
neat.
section of the queue portrays Bowser's planning space, where he makes his plans to sabotage the other racers. I think it should be noted that the queue itself is full of Easter eggs, referencing various Mario levels and enemies. Another section then turns into a factory, where Bowser's
Cool! A real Mecha Koopa. Oh, I want one. A real Bullet Bill.
mechanical goons,
Dude, Bob-ombs are so tiny. They're so cute. I love him.
such as bombs or bullet bills, are being manufactured. Pretty much everywhere you look, the queue is well detailed and full of recognizable elements to anyone who has played the game.
That's so cool.
Eventually, adjustable headpieces designed to represent Mario's hat as Team Mario are distributed, and guests will watch videos instructing them on how to wear it properly.
Yeah, these are the,
It appears that cards
glasses.
are handed out with instructions for boarding the vehicle as well. Reaching the ride platform, riders are seated and then attach augmented reality or AR goggles to their headpiece, which will display characters and elements.
See, I hate these because they always smell terrible. This shit is always so gross. Like, any of this, like, because people are sweaty, it's a hot day at the park, it's like foam, and it's so gross, dude. Go day one then? Yeah, and wait 4 hours for this? Coney, I was driving on the highway yesterday, and I kept thinking about Cloud and Roy. I hate you. Hey, 2575, and I'll explain the analogy again for anybody that didn't hear it. Would love to explain it for anybody that didn't get to hear the Roy and Cloud analogy on the last stream. Would love to explain where we're at with that.
Selling the effect of racing through the ride. From here, the attraction itself is a couple elements, selling the effect of racing through the ride.
Look at Mario. Don't do this shit! Stop! What is this guy doing? He put the glasses on top of their head. Stop it right now. This dude is troubled. This guy is damaged as hell. He's wearing the glasses backwards.
From here, the attraction itself is a combination of physical sets and animatronics, but is also pretty screen heavy as well.
Bro, can I be
Combining all
Lemmy?
these
I
elements
love
together
Lemmy.
with what
Let me be
appears through
Lemmy.
the goggles.
Please.
Augmented arrows will appear before riders,
Yeah, this
which will
looks
reward
awful.
them with coins and a smoother experience for turning the steering wheels in unison with where they're supposed to go, though it doesn't actually affect the ride path
This
itself.
looks terrible.
There are also triggers on the steering wheel, which will launch Koopa shells to hit enemies, which again will appear through the AR goggles.
Can they
and coins are
actually hit
rewarded for
people?
successful
Yeah, you
hits.
can hit them, but it doesn't matter, I bet.
The ride course
They
is
don't
about
get,
5
like,
minutes,
spun out.
taking you from the starting line through various racetracks. You'll start, of course, in Bowser's Castle, and emerge out into a hilly
Toad
area of the
dies.
Mushroom Kingdom.
Oh, he's so cute! Look at him!
Traveling through a warp pipe, you'll
He's
then
so
race through an underground
cute!
zone inhabited by piranha plants and flooding with water.
I'm not gonna shoot Lemmy. Can I shoot Yoshi? I just get
This will then
Yoshi in my
transition
sights.
to an underwater track. where you'll encounter various enemies.
Is that the
Track,
giant
where you'll
worm
encounter
from
various
64? Oh my god. Holy shit.
At the end of this portion, the ride vehicles spin around and transition to a haunted mansion, where they'll encounter boos and magic Koopas that the guests will have to fight off.
They're called Kamex.
Next, the vehicles take flight, being blown around in the clouds by typhoons. Bowser's airship will then show up as riders will have to fight off more enemies as they race Bowser alongside volcanoes.
Bro, look at that. That's so cool.
Riders will have to fight off more enemies as they race Bowser alongside volcanoes.
This is neat.
A lava Bowser then emerges, and once defeated, the vehicles absorb a superstar and are flung down to the Rainbow Road, where projection effects simulate flying down.
Oh, there's a Rainbow Road!
The finish line is then crossed with Team Mario having won and displaying the number of coins racked up by each individual driver. From here, the vehicles will return to the station. If this is your first time watching this, or even if you have seen it before, I suspect that you may think that the whole experience looks, well, kind of bad.
Yeah, it looks like shit!
In fact, it has gotten some pretty mixed impressions online.
It doesn't look
so,
good. Oh, Toad dies again?! Dude, Toad can't catch a fucking break!
I would like to next address a lot of the criticism in depth, and explain why this ride is far better than it initially appears.
Alright, then do it. Are you gonna do it?
I'm sure that you know that I enjoy writing and producing analytical breakdowns of theme park attractions, but a lot of time and effort goes into making these video essays. If you would like to support the channel, leaving a like on the video is an excellent way
to help reach a wider
audience.
Oh, no. Okay.
Two common criticisms I've seen is that for a Mario Kart attraction, the vehicles are moving painfully slow, and that the AR effects look pretty bad. To address these concerns, let me first state that this is an attraction that you cannot judge just from video alone.
Well,
having made that statement, I'm sure that people are going to point out that I've done that myself, actually quite frequently throughout the videos I've made.
This guy is explaining.
However, it's one thing to judge Spider-Man Web Slingers for the content of its video screens, when it's the same ride system as Toy Story Midway Mania, which I was already familiar with.
Have you guys seen this ride? This ride is so fucking funny. They just put a big screen in front of you, and Spider-Man is like, go ahead, shoot the robots! And then you just go...
It's another thing to praise,
so
say,
fucking
Dream
funny.
Flights at Efteling, when the quality of the theming very clearly comes through on video, leaving no doubt that the actual experience is even better in person.
This room looks like it
what I'm
smells
saying is that
terrible.
measured judgment must be used to know when it is and is not appropriate to criticize or praise an attraction just through
Nightmareville,
video
yeah.
alone.
No, I don't like
I
that.
think that a lot of people who are saying that the AR looks bad are definitely jumping the gun.
No, it looks
because
bad.
this is something that could not possibly be conveyed effectively through a camera. First, both the perspective of the camera and its
Does
field
Toad
of view
die every
are different
time,
than
you
your eyes
think?
would be when wearing the goggles.
Surely there are a couple
which is what
different
leads to a lot
tracks.
of the characters not appearing directly on the road or their assigned set pieces. For example, these Koopas up on Bowser's airship don't appear to be standing correctly just by looking through a camera.
No, they
at the
look like
lens,
shit.
But I'm absolutely sure that their placement is accurate in person.
Are you sure?
The
How do you
second
know?
factor is that the characters look to be translucent, and while I don't know if that's intentional or not, I believe that they probably look solid from the perspective of your own eye.
This guy
For
is
example, the
speculating.
Raptors chasing the
This
train
guy is
in the
copiuming.
Velocicoaster queue look solid until you lean forward over the railing, in which your change in perspective makes them look translucent because you're viewing them at a distance that wasn't intended. Like them, the various characters in Mario Kart likely lose the same effects when viewed
Simping for
directly by the
Mario
rider.
World.
Reportedly, the AR effect is well executed in person, which brings me to the second point about ride vehicle speed. Super Nintendo World is built with interactive gameplay in mind, which makes sense considering that Nintendo is a video game company. A lot of
Great
people are
point.
upset that the Mario Kart attraction isn't
Thanks,
a high-speed
Bernie.
roller coaster, but the interactive game elements clearly show that this was never the intention. When you think about it though, it makes sense. While Mario and Nintendo games are certainly multi-generational, the target demographic is still children who may be alienated with an otherwise thrilling attraction. The focus on Mario Kart is not speed, but rather simulating it and emphasizing the gameplay elements instead.
What if they made the Mario Kart like a
also see
super
another
coaster
criticism
that you
arising
had to
from
be
this,
5
and
feet
that
to
just
ride?
turning the wheel and shooting Koopa
All the
shells is
kids
rather
go to the
shallow,
park and they're
because
just
it lacks the
miserable.
variety and the usable items that you would otherwise find in the game.
I keep forgetting this is at 1.5 speed. Dude, this is normal playback. This guy talks so slow.
However, I think I'm safe in saying that most people who experience this attraction will have never played Mario Kart a day in their lives. It needs to be accessible enough for people who have never played the games, yet still simulate the feeling of entering the game world yourself.
Oh, wait, no. Aren't they doing that with the Donkey Kong thing?
No.
Yeah, Donkey Kong's getting like a coaster,
I think
bro.
that for the complex elements that are incorporated into making this
DK's
reality,
got, like,
the
some
attraction
real shit.
does an exceptional job. So, no, it's not a high-speed roller coaster because that idea would have never worked with what they were intending to do. After having defended the ride, though, how good is it really?
Donkey Kong is for
Well,
adults.
I
Hell
obviously
yeah.
can't say until I experience
Donkey
it
Kong
myself.
is definitely a
Though I
dad
will say,
character.
on just a technical level,
Dads
it does
must
look
love
rather
Donkey
exceptional.
Kong.
AR on a moving ride vehicle must be incredibly difficult to do. It once blended with the actual physical elements of the ride track. The
Why
overall
do they
effect
have the
should blow
air
you away,
area? I don't
just
like
because of
the
how
air
technically
enemies.
complex it is.
It looks shitty.
Judging from reviews of people who have actually been on
I
it,
want
though,
my
it
I
does
want
appear
more
to be highly
bob-ombs.
regarded.
There's like no bob-ombs. I love
common
bob-ombs.
sentiment that I've heard is that it may not be particularly life-changing, but it is really well done if you keep your expectations for what it is in check. As long as you go into it recognizing that it was always about accessible gameplay and immersing riders into the world of Mario Kart,
I want the
likely go
funny
into
little
really
Mario 64 cloud. Oh, the one with the face? Like with the eyebrows like this? Isn't there only one of those in the whole game?
enjoy later.
That always fascinates me when I play like a Mario game and there's like one or two of an enemy. I'm like, what the fuck? That guy's unique.
Has to offer.
Huh. Angry Son? Whatever happened to that guy? Whatever happened to the sun?
This is the fundamental element that defines Super Nintendo World. Instead of buying a wand like you would in Hogsmeade or Diagon Alley, here you can instead purchase a power-up band that represents different characters from the Mario franchise. This is going to include Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Toad, and Yoshi, and will probably sell for about $70 in the United States.
$70?! Oh my god! Dude, that's not... It's not even like a watch. That's crazy. I thought it would be like a watch or something that you get to keep, and it does that. Did he say 17? Maybe he said 17. Hold on.
Presents different characters from the Mario franchise. This is going to include Mario, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Toad, and Yoshi, and will probably sell for about $70 in the United States.
He said 70. He definitely said 70. Oh my god.
These are used to interact with both Mario Kart and the land itself,
and I'm still gonna get one,
and are connected to an app on your phone that tracks your progress.
Bro, I want that Toad. I want that Toad, man.
And stamps are earned from completing various tasks.
I'm gonna get 4. Dude, okay, I got lucky. I had a kid before this was made. Like, I don't have an 8-year-old that now knows about Mario World, right? Thank God for that. Now I can raise her to not be into video games, so I don't have to pay for a fucking $70 armband. Now I can teach her, like, sports or ballet or some shit. Thank God. I dodged a bullet. If I had a kid younger, oh, I would have to pay so much money. Unbelievable. Teach her about Harry Potter. Absolutely not. Harry Potter has already infected my wife's mind. I'm not spreading that. Not in my house. No way.
Now, do you earn anything by collecting coins?
Can we play Alligator Dentist again? Dude, so Juliet took Alligator Dentist upstairs. She is scared to death of that thing. It's so sad. She'll, like, hit one button and then, like, start backing up. And now, for some reason, she says nope. I don't know who taught her nope. Like, she used to just say no, but now she says nope, 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 nope. Over and over. It's very cute. But yeah, she hates the dentist. The crocodile
Unfortunately
dentist.
not. But there is a daily leaderboard that allows you to compete against others, and the stamps will give completionists a reason to go find and interact with every single element that the land offers. Examples of these would be the slot machine, where matching the symbols will grant more coins, or interacting with the note blocks, running to hit them in order to play a song, and of course, gain coins as well.
Dude, I hate this because I'm going to look... like, of course, if I go to the Mario Park, I'm going to do this. I'm going to look like such a fucking man-child. Maybe I can't go until my daughter's like 8 or 9 so she can do this. Go on, honey. I'm going to be a fucking 33-year-old man just... Huh? Honey, it's not working. You try. Oh my God.
Activities like these are essentially found everywhere, even in attraction queues, and will also unlock unique stamps. Sometimes you'll hit a block and an 8-bit character will appear. Other times, hitting a unique block will play a certain sound, or occasionally, an interactive minigame will even trigger. The power-up band also plays a part in meet and greets, with Mario, Luigi, Peach.
Oh my god! Oh my god, he's so little! Why did they make him look like that? He looks like small Mario, but Toad. He's so little. Yeah, he's like chunky. He doesn't look like Toad. He's squished, yeah. I'll get a picture with him. Look at that fucking diaper. Look at that fuck. You need to hear the sound his shoes make? Wait, do they make individual sounds?
And Toad available to interact with.
Oh, fuck. I forgot to spin the wheel for Wheel Champ tonight. We'll do it tomorrow. Guys, Wheel Champ on Sunday. We'll do the topic tomorrow.
Except for Toad, the various characters will speak, and depending on the character represented.
Look at Mario's eyes. Oh my god. Wait, did they say everybody speaks?
Except for Toad, the various characters will speak.
Fuck! Everybody except Toad? Come on, man. Why? Of all characters? Look at Mario's legs. I don't like this. These don't look real to me. This looks like... Have you ever been to Times Square? Like, it doesn't... This is Times Square Mario. This looks like Times Square Mario. It's clearly more well done, but, like... I feel like it doesn't look... I don't like the legs. I don't like the legs. How would you do it? Make him shorter? Get rid of some of the legs, I guess? I don't make his belly longer? I don't... But then if you make his belly longer, you end up with Toad. So I don't fucking know. I'm not a designer. There are people inside. There's someone inside Toad, too. What if Toad's a robot? Maybe that's why he doesn't talk. The other ones talk, but Toad is just like an animatronic.
Interact with.
I love Toad. He looks sad here.
Presented by your band.
What do they say when they talk?
The dialogue from the characters will change and give you a more personalized experience. Huh. Did you hear that, Disney?
The dialogue changes? Wait, how? Hold on, repeat that.
And depending on the character represented by your band and what you've done in the land, the dialogue from the characters will change and give you a more personalized experience.
Oh, what the fuck? So if I get the Toad band, Toad isn't going to talk to me anyway. Toad won't even say thank you. Mario says your name? Actually, that reminds me. So, in case you guys have never been, there's a ride at Universal. I think it's still there? Yeah, it's called E.T. Adventure, okay? And in this ride, you have to help E.T. get home to his home planet, and blah, blah, blah. It's the movie. You fly over the moon, whatever. At the beginning of the ride, they ask you your name, and you're like, why? And it turns out, at the end of the ride, E.T. thanks each of you individually. So, like, he'll say, thank you, Christopher, Kenneth, Claire, Eliza. It's kind of cute, right? Except E.T. is so old, this ride is so fucking old, E.T. can't talk anymore. So he's just like... So... The reason I bring this up is because it was very impressionable. It made a very big impression on me when I was a child and E.T. said my name. If Mario says my name, I don't know if I can stop myself from smiling. That sounds very cute. That sounds adorable. I remember crying on the Men in Black ride. At the end? Was it at the end? Where you go inside the thing's mouth? I believe you. Dude, the Men in Black ride made me feel bad. Hold on. So, there's a Men in Black ride also at Universal, okay? And it's like a laser tag ride. You shoot at the things. But at the end of the ride, Will Smith shows up on the screen. And, yeah, here, you go outside of the training range, and at the end, yeah, something happens, and Will Smith is like, Team 1, you guys killed it. Team 2, you guys blow dick. Anyway, bye, and then he zaps out your memory. And, like, as a self-identified gamer, I was a teenager, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm the best, you know, I play video games all the time, blah, blah, blah. And I lost, and I remember feeling immense shame when Will Smith said I was a bad agent. That hurt me. How did you remember? What do you mean? How did I remember? That made a big impact on me. That's a core memory for me. Will Smith saying that I'm terrible at video games. That hurt. Well, look where he is now. I may be a shitty gamer, but you're a bad husband. Take that, William. I win. I win. Yeah, they do a wipe your memory at the end. Oh, I see. That's what you mean. How did you remember? Shit, I missed the bit. I'm sorry. I fucked up the joke. Damn. Yeah, they do a thing at the end where he wipes your memory. He's like, all right, you can't be an agent. Anyway, why did you cry on this ride? I'm curious. At the end of this ride, there's a giant thing. There's a button on the front that's like, only use this in life or death circumstances. It's like a self-destruct. And they want you to hit it at the end, but you can hit it at any time. You can just try to blow everybody up. Is this it?
It'll be ready next Wednesday.
Hold on. This might be it. Yeah, there he is. Hold on. Here he comes.
That was pretty hot.
Alright, he said they did good. Okay, so now that I'm an adult, I realize he probably just compliments somebody in the car. So he'll be like, hey, you did pretty good. You're pretty shit. And he pointed at me. So I thought it was personalized to me. Now I'm seeing it's not, he just recorded like 5 different lines. I took that personally. I thought he meant I'm bad. So now I see, you know what? My trauma is lifted. I've come to peace. Will Smith doesn't know me, okay? I thought Will Smith talked to me through the TV. I thought it was just, it made a big impression on me. It really did. Oh, as a teenager, as a young teenager, okay, like 13, okay.
Huh? Did you hear that, Disney? Just a quick side trip, but Coney
didn't get the ice flower minigame. You suck, Zach, says Luigi. Luigi better not talk shit to me. I'll break that motherfucker's nose. In front of my family? In front of my wife? You little bitch. I'll scrap right now, Luigi.
Bio's Cafe, or Toad's Cafe, as a
I don't see no vacuum. I don't see no plunger. What are you going to fight me with?
Up on the walls.
What if Wario says it? That's fine. I hope Wario has... We are getting so stun-locked, but this is so funny to me. If I were Universal, I would have, like, you know, Mario and Luigi are in costumes, but Wario is just a normal fucking guy, like the Gastons at Disney World. There's a guy that just walks around as Wario throughout the parks, talking immense amounts of shit. That sounds incredible. He's just this big fat dude, like always eating, like he always has a hot dog or something. Oh my god, please. There's only one Wario a day, and he just walks around with his gut out, just... You paid $80 for this? Let me see that band. $70 for that band, huh? Yeah, wise financial decision. You gonna finish that soda? Give me that fucking soda. Ah. Just farting on people. Like he's going into lines and farting on children. Dude, I kind of want to go to Nintendo World dressed as Wario and make people think I'm an employee. I could just do that. Oh my god. Oh my god. They're gonna be like, why did Universal pay this guy? He's not even that fat. He's just like a normal guy walking around dressed as Wario. He's not that fat or muscly. He doesn't even have a mustache. Just walking around saying obscenities and farting on people. He doesn't even talk like Wario. Oh my god, this is the funniest bit. Oh my god. Holy fuck.
Will change and give you a more personalized experience. Huh. Did you hear that, Disney?
Oh god.
Just a quick side trip, but Canopio's Cafe, or Toad's Cafe as it will be known
Cool.
in the US, is a sit-down restaurant obviously themed to Toad.
I can't
Up
wait.
on the walls, screens will portray
I want to
various
meet
Toads
Chef
getting into a
Toad.
series of antics, and occasionally Bowser will start to invade before being chased off by Mario. The food, at least in presentation, looks fantastic.
Ooh.
And while much of it is catered to the tastes of a Japanese audience, I hope that many elements of...
What's that? I like the rice cake. Is that a rice cake? Is that what's called? Is just rice? That's neat. Is that mushroom? Chicken?
this are brought over to the US.
Wait, what's that? Ooh! This looks yummy as hell. I don't know what this is or what's in there.
Of course, the power-up band works here
Just
too,
chicken and rice?
allowing you to collect coins and probably a few stamps. The main reason to purchase the power-up band, though, is that it allows you to essentially work your way through various challenges with a pretty significant payoff.
Significant
While many
payoff?
of the interactive elements only nab you coins and stamps, there is an overall experience that you
Payout.
can progress through. The premise is that Bowser Jr. is working to create mayhem throughout the Mushroom Kingdom, and the power-up band allows you to fight him in his own attraction.
Uh-huh.
In order to do so, however, there are 5 challenges that award keys upon completion, and you need 3 of them to get into his lair.
Dude.
The first of these, which is also the easiest,
Dude, how are they gonna do this? Like, I see this...
attraction. In order to...
I see this hallway, and I'm like, how... Dude, Americans are going to fucking flood this. Like, you can't do things like this. Because there are so many people at these. It's going to be crowded. Yeah, you have to wait. You're going to... Dude, to play a mini game? You're going to have to wait an hour to play a mini game.
To do so,
Walls
however,
covered with gum? Yeah, like, this sounds awful.
there are 5 challenges that award keys upon completion, and you need 3 of them
How
to
are
get
they going to
into his
make
lair.
it in America? They're going to have
The
to
first of
change
these,
it.
which is also the easiest, simply requires quickly rotating a crank to topple over a Goomba. The second challenge has you trying to requires...
So you just do that and the Goomba just falls down? That's cool, I guess.
quickly rotating a crank to topple over
Cue
a
for a
Goomba.
Mario Party minigame.
The second challenge has you trying to hit PAL blocks, carefully timing the chain reaction to send a Koopa shell up a warp pipe, and defeating the Koopa walking
Oh,
above.
that's kind of neat. Oh!
The third of these challenges is meant to be played with others, where players have to frantically run around hitting alarm clocks that will then put a piranha plant back to sleep if done successfully. The fourth
That's
challenge
kinda
requires
neat.
defeating a Thwomp,
The fourth challenge is climbing to the top of this hill.
where inside of its lair,
I'm
players
so locked on this. I'm so locked on the idea of climbing all the way up here. I want it so bad, you guys. While avoiding security. Put the security to sleep with your fists. I want to climb up there so bad.
The fourth challenge requires defeating a Thwomp, where inside of its lair, players must quickly turn all of the blue blocks yellow
As Wario.
through an interactive touchscreen.
Honestly, if Wario was doing it, I feel like security wouldn't even bet. They'd be like, oh, this must be something like going on today, I guess.
The final and most challenging of these is the Bomb fight, where an exploding bomb scatters the pieces of a key, and players must work together to acquire them back. As the pieces are collected, a player in the middle must quickly assemble it back together, and if they fail, the bomb again explodes, breaking it apart and resetting their progress.
Oh my god, dude. You're gonna wait an hour to play the Babam minigame. And, oh my god, you're gonna lose. And you have to wait another hour with strangers. At Hollywood, you're going to have to go down a bunch of escalators to get to the lower lot where they're building it. It's going to be a nightmare for crowd flow. Dude. So are they doing it like a big pipe and you go down the escalator and that's like going down the pipe? I don't know how they solved that for Universal or for like the Harry Potter thing. I think it's because they have both parks and then a train goes between them. But like even those areas feel a little cramped at times, you know? I looked up the power bands. They're $30. Okay. That's not crazy. I'd pay that. It gets expensive for a family, though. Like, if you got a family of 5, $150 on top of all the other shit? Jeez.
I will say that while some of these challenges are certainly more difficult than others, I think it's important to once again keep the key demographic in mind.
Yeah, it's for kids.
Most people playing these games would probably find them more challenging than most video game players would, and so it needs to remain accessible, yet still manages to be dynamic with its varied difficulty level.
Oh my god, I'm gonna speedrun the park. Oh my god. Speedrunning Super Nintendo World. Oh my god. That sounds fun. You got bad line RNG? IRL security skip? You have to cut the line. This saves about 45 minutes. Line skip.
Despite the overall lack of difficulty, though, each feels like a substantial task, where the key is truly earned by the player.
Oh, that's so funny to me.
However, once 3 keys are acquired, players can then enter Bowser Jr.'s lair, and challenge him to win back a golden mushroom stolen from Princess Peach.
Cool.
This game, titled the Bowser Jr. Shadow Showdown, incorporates your own shadow, requiring players to swipe and hit away enemies, all the while obtaining power-ups that will help in achieving this. While I haven't been able to deduce why the players are shadows, I believe that it somehow ties into Bowser Jr.'s Shadow Mario 4.
Oh, this looks
which
hard.
makes the implementation of the technology
except for that.
Clever and how it integrates players into the world building. Upon winning the game, Bowser Jr. is defeated, and the wall climbs
Damn, bro!
into the world building.
You need all these people to beat me? Wow!
It's me, Wario from Super Nintendo Land. I see you purchased a power band for $70. Do you think that was a good use of your money? Eat shit, Zach.
Give me your wallet. I want to dress up as Wario at Nintendo World and constantly walk around asking people for $40. Listen, I know you got it. You're at a theme park. I know you have $40.
Upon winning the game, Bowser Jr. is defeated, and the wall collapses to reveal Mount Beanpole. The players then all jump up there in unison, acquiring the stolen golden mushroom. Overall, while the challenge progression in Super Nintendo World may not be particularly difficult, implementing interactive minigames into a physical
I'm gonna... Yeah, you beat Bowser Jr. And then everybody's like, jump! And I'm just sitting there like... I don't want to. Ruining a whole family's vacation. I'm not going to do that. By the way, again, before Wario so rudely interrupted...
I believe that it somehow ties into Bowser Jr.'s
Dude.
Shadow Mario form.
What if you're in a wheelchair? Then you don't get the star. That means you don't get the star. Miss! Missed item! Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, that's fucked up. Oh.
Which makes the implementation of this technology rather clever in how it integrates players into the world building.
Look at all these spots, by the way. This is what I was going to say. This is like 20 people. You see this? Oh my god.
Upon winning the game, Bowser Jr.
You
is
need
defeated,
20
and the wall
people to
collapses
beat
reveal
Bowser
Mount
Jr.?
Beanpole.
Wow. Will Smith comes out and insults you. Will Smith dressed as Wario.
Players then all jump up there in unison, acquiring the stolen golden mushroom.
Not even doing a Wario accent.
Overall, while the challenge progression in Super Nintendo World may not be
wow, y'all didn't even try.
Implementing interactive minigames into a physical space is actually quite revolutionary for a theme park.
Oh my god.
The wand magic in the Wizarding World has always been a gimmick with no consequences, essentially just working to help you discover novelty elements throughout these lands. Even so, it's fun and makes the world you're in feel more alive. However, to evolve this into games with an actual progression system, no matter how easy, is actually a pretty genius idea. Not only is that essential element of discovery and role-playing still there, but there is now a sense of purpose.
Butterbeer go crazy? The Butterbeer's pretty good. It's not bad.
Is that essential element
By the
of
way,
discovery and role-playing still there.
Who's buying a Daisy Band? Who would do such a thing? Me? You're not buying a Daisy Band. I'm actually curious. Hold on. I'm sending a poll. I'm actually curious. Which one? Which one are you guys going to buy? I'm very curious. This is genuine here. Oh, wait, no. Can I only have 5 options? Why does the poll only have 5 options? Hold on. There's only 5 options anyway? No, there's Yoshi. There's more than that. Hold on. All right, I could do a poll. Okay, I'm going to do a prediction. I'm going to refund this. I can do 10 things on prediction for some fucking reason. I don't know why. I'm going to refund this, okay? Wait, no, this won't work. Well, no, this will work. Okay. Okay, I'm going to refund this, okay? Which one of these bands are you guys going to pick? Go. Oh, wait, prediction doesn't work because it's not percentages. It's fucking coins. Only put in 10 and somebody put 50K on Toad. Okay. This is a bad idea. Okay, I'm refunding. I'm refunding the points. Okay, I'm doing a poll. Okay. I'll do this. I'm going to put Peach or Daisy together. Perhaps that is misogynistic of me. I don't know. I'm just going to put them together. I don't know. Mario, Luigi, women, Toad, Yoshi. Yeah, guys, there are 6 options. Prediction of who wins the poll. Okay, Peach or Daisy. Okay, so nobody's getting Mario. 15 people got Mario. Okay. Are you guys really all getting the Toad one? Is Toad that popular? I'm getting Toad. I love Toad. I feel like Toad is actually way more popular than I thought he was. I think he also is the best looking band. Toad's band actually looks pretty cool. Okay, yeah, so about this. Got it. I'm voting Toad. Okay.
But there is now a sense of purpose in working towards a goal. I think it's also worth mentioning that in the team-based games, there's a sense of frantic chaos that almost seems equivalent to playing a Mario Party minigame in real life. The only downside to this is that I wish there were actually more of these challenges scattered around.
Well,
still, Super Nintendo World continues to offer even more.
They're probably going to add a lot more for the American version, right? Like, I feel like the crowds are probably bigger in America.
For the criminally underrated Yoshi Ride.
Yoshi Ride. Oh, yeah, there's a Yoshi Ride! Yo!
The queue for Yoshi's Adventure is located at...
Should I go to Nintendo World on day 1? I feel like it's a terrible mistake. Right?
The base of Mount Beanpole, and guests will first enter a yellow warp pipe. The
It's
queue
so
itself reflects the
cute!
aesthetic style of the Yoshi games, using pastel colors and embracing a calm atmosphere as iconic music from the games plays overhead.
Dude.
You will, of course, find elements such as the Yoshi eggs and smiley flowers among the hills and trees.
It's so cute because it's Yoshi's Island, which is the good one. Oh.
Something that's important to point out is that in comparison to everything else, the queue does seem rather poorly themed.
Why is it so
the
empty?
often just painted walls feel like something
Nobody's
out of the
here.
Hat queue, and while not inherently bad, does fail to
Yoshi Ride is not going to be in Hollywood, but should be in the Orlando one.
the standard found throughout
Wait,
the
so what does Hollywood get? You guys don't get Donkey Kong either, right? What the fuck?
rest of the land.
You guys aren't getting anything.
I'm not really sure why this is the case, though it does at least seem to reflect the sort of
Jeez.
flat, crafty look that has come to define the Yoshi games.
That sucks.
I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. Also take into account that because this will be a less popular attraction, because it is a constantly loading Omnimover, maybe Universal felt that it will rarely have a long queue, and so it wasn't worth spending the money on any extensive theming.
I don't know if that's true. Look at how fucking long this is.
Whatever.
Yeah, why would you build a line this long? This is so weird, because it's a constantly moving ride. It constantly puts people in. Those are usually like...
For the case, I do wish that more was done in here, even if I can justify the flat walls as reflecting the aesthetic of the games. There does come a point where you'll see a map showing the location of scattered eggs around the course, which will come into play later. Nearby,
Give me the egg!
Egg block will pop out different colored eggs, granting you a stamp for each one. The fruit baskets are also interactive, providing stamps as well. There does come a point in the queue where you encounter Toadette, who explains that you'll be traveling on a Yoshi to try and find the lost Captain Toad.
You think this is going to stop me from going in Toadette's house? I'm going in there. I'm going to go meet Toadette. I'm going to shake her hand. You think that's going to stop me? I'm going to go up and say, Toadette, it is an honor to make your acquaintance.
Who disappeared on an adventure to find a golden egg.
Bye, Toadette.
Moving upstairs, you'll find yourself on the ride platform and stepping into one of the many multicolored Yoshis. Once seated, the ride first takes you outside, giving riders a great view of the land.
Cool.
To your left, you'll also get to look up and get a new perspective on Mount Beanpole. Traveling forward, riders can see a Pokey and a Koopa Paratroopa
I love
on their left as
Pokies.
well.
Pokies are very cute.
They will then move into the desert biome.
In the American Nintendo world, are they going to use the regular video game voices, the Mario movie voices? Wait a minute, yeah. What if it's all Chris Pratt? Oh, God. Oh, God, dude.
That's with the dangerous Cockdoor guarding an egg.
Cockdoor? Is that his name? I don't know who that is.
If you press the corresponding egg buttons on the vehicle as you pass them in the ride, you'll be granted a sticker at the end.
Oh.
The riders then travel through a warp pipe, finding themselves in an indoor scene with Baby Mario and Baby Peach.
Babies!
Travel through a warp pipe, finding themselves in an indoor scene.
That's so cute!
With Baby Mario and Baby Peach.
Why are you pogginting Baby Peach? Baby Peach is cute. She's adorable.
Here, the blue egg.
I love Shy Guys. Oh my god. Is this the only area in the park with Shy Guys?
Scene with Baby Mario and
Shy Guys are probably my favorite Mario enemy, I think.
Baby Peach.
I fucking love Shy
Here,
Guys.
the
They
blue
feel
egg
so
is found as
basic,
well.
though. I just love how many different
Traveling out
versions
of the
there
warp
are.
pipe, riders find themselves back in the desert with another Pokey, and the red egg can be found nearby. This then transitions to a forest, and more Yoshis can be spotted engaging in various activities. I'm quite sure that while outside, these scenes
What is
can only be
happening
viewed from
here?
the actual ride.
What is that?
Here, you'll also successfully find
Is he
Captain
blowing
Toad
bubbles?
and the golden egg. The ride then continues forward.
Hooray!
Piranha plants and a thwomp up close. Before then
It's a bubble? Yeah, but it's not connected to his mouth. Look.
encountering some piranha plants and a thwomp up close. Before then re-entering Mount Beanpole, where riders will disembark.
Okay. Never mind.
The largest issue with Yoshi's Adventure is that it could really use a lot more scenes. The ride itself is around 5 minutes, which is pretty long, but I feel that Universal could really improve the experience, at least with another indoor scene or two.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I
being
wish
said,
it was a little
I do
bit
think
longer.
that the attraction is already underrated, as people have dismissed it as a slow-moving kids ride.
It is a
While it
slow-moving
is true that it's meant to appeal to younger children, especially as the egg collecting mechanic is left.
I hope that womp falls off and crushes my bones. That's kind of where I was going with that. What if one day it just falls, like, it you know, it's not properly maintained and the rust happens and it just, you know? It'd be a funny way to die, I think, right? Like, nobody would be able, like, it'd be very sad, but also, like, you know.
Fully trivial, I appreciate a calm, scenic ride among the more thrilling experiences that Universal often offers.
It's only following its
most
nature.
apt comparison is probably the High in the Sky Zeus Trolley Train ride.
Yeah, this is
which
the
also
same
offers
thing.
a scenic exploration of Zeus Landing.
It's like a
and
people
Islands of
mover.
Adventure. One element that appeals to me is the very scenes that can only be viewed from the ride itself. And while it too is also too short for my liking, I still find it to be, well, underrated. Like the Sky Trolley, Yoshi's Adventure offers great elevated views of underrated. Like the Sky Trolley,
How did he get 3 green Yoshis in a row? I thought they were all random colors. Damn. It's unlucky.
Yoshi's Adventure offers great elevated views of the land, and offers scenes that can only be viewed
Oh, they're
from
all
the ride,
green.
even including most of the outdoor portions.
How'd he get all green Yoshis?
While not flawless, I do think that Yoshi's Adventure shouldn't be overlooked.
All
It's
green?
disappointing to me that Super Nintendo World at Universal Hollywood...
Wait, there's a
will be
yellow!
without-
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what happened? How did he do that? That's 5 green Yoshis in a row. If I got a green Yoshi and there are all these other cool colors, I'd be mad as hell.
As the park doesn't have the room.
There's a pink.
And while this ride certainly isn't highly anticipated
There's a
by anyone,
purple?
I
What
think
the
it's still a great loss.
How do you get
Still,
5
having now covered and
greens in
broken
a
down
row?
most of Super Nintendo World, I can't help but feel that it seems a bit incomplete.
There's Toad.
Let's address that next.
Toad chilling, staying out of the sweltering heat. How hot does it get in Japan, actually? I don't know.
If you watched my video where I covered how Epic Universe will change entertainment in Orlando, I did mention that this version of Super Nintendo World will open
Hell
the Donkey Kong
yeah!
portion as well.
Let's fucking go! What is that? Is that the roller coaster? Look at that. Yeah, DK is getting a huge area. Yeah.
Currently, this is being built as an expansion in Japan, but will also unfortunately not be coming to Hollywood because of the space constraints. Even
That's
so,
sick.
it appears to me that the Mario Kart attraction may not have been intended as the major e-ticket, and that the Donkey Kong area would have done that instead. From this leaked image of the model, it appears that there will be some sort of Donkey Kong themed coaster that will...
Look at this. Minecart Madness. And it's just a coaster that goes underwater. That's so cool. There's Funky's plane down here, too, which is so
travel in and
cool.
out of show buildings, likely simulating jumping the tracks as in Donkey Kong Country. I suspect that this area was always planned but was pulled back, as the name Super Nintendo World definitely implies more than just Mario or its adjacent to Yoshi franchise.
Bro. You ready for this one? I don't think you're ready for this one. You ready? Kirby Hat Shop. $1 billion idea. Mwah. Prince money. That's it. That's it. A hat, a shop of Kirby hats. A Kirby-themed hat shop. Done. Kirby isn't Mario, though. It's Super Nintendo World. Now come up with merch for your channel. No. I want to come up with Kirby merch. I don't know. What do you want? My face on a shirt? What the fuck am I supposed to do, huh? How do I do merch? Toad? I don't know, you know. Coney hats? What does that look like? What does it even look like? I'll put my fucking dog on a shirt, because that's what all the influencers do. Mullet pick on a shirt would go crazy. Actually, it might. That's actually... Wait a minute. That on like a black shirt, like an all black shirt, just with that as the square, like no edits made or anything, like one of those shirts you get at the mall. That's actually not bad. But I feel like me selling that, like, kills the joke, right? I don't know.
While there are yet any details on what the interactive elements of this land will be, I think it's safe to assume that the power-up bands will likely be used here as well.
Dude, look at that. Look at the funky chip. That's so cool. I'm going to show up to this land dressed as Funky Kong and fart on everybody. Be so cool. Hey, dudes! Radical watch there, hombre! Is eating a banana.
Now, will there be a sense of progression as with the Bowser Jr. boss fight? It's difficult to say, though Universal did announce that this area would expand Super Nintendo World by
Fucking
about
guy is killing me.
70%.
This guy beating the shit out of Bowser Jr. This shit.
Means that the area should be quite large
I
and
love that.
explorable, also including dining and retail as well.
Dining?
The details here are vague, but I have to admit that I'm excited to see what comes to fruition.
I can't wait. I want to see
I
that
would also
so
like to
bad,
highlight
bro.
that with Epic Universe specifically, an expansion plot will be located to the south, where the land is currently being built. Rumors as to
Actually, it's not a bad idea to go to this park on day one. Come to think of it, because this is a whole new park. which means there's a lot of shit to do. Like, it's not like, so think of it this way. If you build a Nintendo area in the park now, in like a Universal park, everybody's going to the Nintendo area because that's the new thing. If they build an entirely new park with different areas, they're all going to be equally saturated. Although that's not true. I remember I was there shortly after Islands of Adventure opened, and they have like a Dr. Seuss area, a Marvel area, a Jurassic Park area, and then one that's like themed to like Greek gods, and nobody was there. Nobody gave a shit about that.
Could possibly be seem to most strongly indicate Pokemon or The Legend of Zelda, though I have to admit that I would actually prefer either an expansion of Mario, or perhaps even something that mashes a number of franchises like Metroid, Kirby, and even Ice Climbers together.
You want an Ice Climbers ride? Are you fucking joking? They have one game and it's not fun.
Together.
I mean, Star Fox ride would go crazy. You just make Star Tours, but with Star Fox, just like you're flying in the R-Wing, you know? That's easy.
Probably less likely to happen is something related to Mario Party, as the multiplayer challenges currently found throughout the land remind me quite heavily of those minigames.
You can do
Regardless of
Mario
what happens, though, I think that Super Nintendo World as it exists is a game changer in a way that people don't necessarily realize. I think that people know it will be popular, but don't necessarily recognize how interesting Mario Kart will be once experienced in person.
It does kind of look like
Not to mention
shit.
how the technology will continue to evolve in future attractions. Yoshi's Adventure may seem easy to dismiss, but it's the smaller scale, often relaxing rides that help flesh a park out.
Yeah, my kid's
interactivity
gonna
of the
love
power-up
that
band
ride.
also makes the wand's magic look underwhelming in comparison.
F-Zero
and I
ride?
suspect that we're going to see this continue to...
Dude, I wish there was like a hyper extreme F-Zero ride that like you had to sign a waiver to get on. You know what I mean? Just fuck it. Just go above and beyond with that.
Evolve further.
I've heard from people that have worked in Universal Creative that they worked on a Pokemon ride. The pitch to the executives did not go well. I think if you're going to do a Pokemon area, you do... Okay, hear me out. Nintendo, hire this man. Okay. You do Pokemon Snap. You walk through an exhibit. And instead of a ride, you walk through an area with like a little camera. And you take pictures and you like have to coax it out. Maybe there's somebody that operates the, like it's a guided tour, which means you have to pay that person. It's a bit of overhead, but like they're a tour guide and they're like, okay, they say that there are polywhirls in this area. Let's see if we can find any. And then they hit a button and the polywhirl comes up and you take a picture and you can actually get those pictures and get them printed out at the park. Well, fucking genius. That's what you do. Pokemon animatronics. AR? No, not AR. They're just animatronics that are like far enough away that you don't know. You know what I mean? Ooh. Will Smith is Professor Oak at the end. Will Smith is like, ha, you were close.
Not just with Nintendo, but possibly other Universal projects as well. Regardless of how receptive you are to this land, what we cannot deny is that it will certainly be a boon, both in driving attendance at Universal Hollywood and acting as the largest draw for Epic Universe.
What could you do with Metroid? A dark ride? I think Metroid would have to be like a Mummy Returns. Or like an Indiana Jones at Disney World. It has to be a dark ride. Buzz Lightyear ride? No, I don't think it's a shooting one. I think it's got to be like escaping in the ship. Oh, dude, you start in the ship, and then it goes, and then at some point you break it. It would have to be like the Harry Potter ride. Like the Harry Potter ones are like multifaceted. So it's like you start in the ship, it crash lands, you go through the planet, and then you get back on the ship at the end. Oh, that'd be sick. Oh. I actually work at Universal. They were going to change Kids Zone at Universal to Pokemon and Lost Continent and Islands to Zelda. They had full plans, but Nintendo held back because they wanted to see the success of the initial Mario Land. I was there while Nintendo execs were walking both parks. Really? Dude, Lost Continent is shitty. Kids Zone is, I think I remember hearing that as a rumor a long time ago, because the Kid Zone is the Woody Woodpecker area, right? There's a Kid Zone at Universal themed to Fievel. Do you know what Fievel is? He's a cartoon mouse. He had a few movies in the 90s. There was one day that my mom and I went to this. I was a kid. I stayed here for 7 hours. I don't know how my mom had the patience for that. I fucking loved it. This was the first water slide I ever went on. I had so much fun. Why? Because it was like a water park. It's like a water park. It's just water. But my mom paid, you know, probably like $70 of that time in, like, you know, the 90s for me to go to this fucking free thing. I was here for so long. I had so much fun. How many rides did you go on as a kid? I went on all of them. I just like the Fievel area. My dad actually pushed me. Hold on. I remember distinctly my dad forcing me to go on this ride. This is called Volcano. Volcano is at King's Dominion in Virginia. I don't think it's there anymore. I think it's gone now. My dad, I was in line. I was practically crying, trying not to go on it, but he forced me to go on it. And honestly, I'm glad that he did, because I like roller coasters, but like that could have gone very badly. I could have had trauma. You know what I mean? We waited like 3 hours in that line, probably like 2 hours, and I was miserable because I did not want to ride this shit. I was so scared. But you know what? Like I said, I like theme parks, so maybe he did. I don't know. That was my first coaster. This one? My first coaster from the same park is the Scooby-Doo roller coaster. Whee! The Ghoster Coaster. Yeah. That shit was fun. It's so small. It's adorable. Also, the first coaster I ever blacked out on was also at King's Dominion. It was the fucking... well, I've talked about this on stream before. I think it was this Intimidator 305 shit. I grayed out. First, the only time I've ever blacked out. I think it was this. Yeah, you go up. It says that. That's like... we were watching something on stream like a month ago, and it talked about this. This ride, you gray out a lot. A lot of people gray out on this. You don't black out, but as you're going down, something about the oxygen, like, your eyes, like, go... I literally... I've never experienced anything like that before. Seriously. Like... I lost vision for a second. It's really weird. Like a G-force thing? I don't know. My eyes, like, I could see blackness creeping in. Like, my vision was going, and then as soon as we went down, it was back when we hit the bottom. Your eyes went TV staticky. Yes, yes. Seriously. That happens on a lot of rides. It's never happened to me. This is the only ride it ever happened on. It was nuts. I did crack on one of these. On that? I bet that would elevate the experience. Coney blacks out on the Yoshi ride. I see Kamek and I just fly into a fucking panic. Oh my god. They find me just limp and lifeless, coming back around the bend, going at 1 mile an hour riding the Yoshi. Oh, that's funny. Okay.
If you enjoy video essays like these, I once again would like to ask you a favor to just hit the like button. Subscribing and hitting the bell icon is strongly recommended as well, so as to know when new videos are released.
Look at him go. Dude, we like watched this for an hour. Pretty good movie, though. We ended up watching this forever. Not a bad movie. I love theme park posting, bro. That was on 1.25 also. Yeah. Do I have any more theme park posts? I don't think so. I do have baseball. Yeah, hold on. Let me see the video E-Compton sent. Your Wario bit took 15 minutes. Yeah, but it was a really good 15 minutes, right?
For some baseball.
All right, 1 second. I'm going to pee. I haven't peed in a while. I love theme park posting. Dude, I do too. Seriously, I love theme park posting on this channel, but I feel so indulgent. I feel like other people don't, like, I feel like I'm only pleasing myself. But viewers went up, so I guess people like it. So I'm happy. I'm going to keep doing it. I like it. Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. I love this shit. Okay, I'll be right back. One sec.
Here we go!
Look, it's Murdescent Beat Games! I can't believe this faker.
Okay. Woo! That was a lot. Sorry. Jeez.
Ball action. Joey Gallo is up in the third inning with a runner on second and a runner on third. First pitch, fouled back, 0-1. Next pitch, taken for a strike, 0-2. Joey Gallo's thinking, I find myself in this position a lot lately. If only I could catch a break. Next pitch, fouled back, 0-2 again. Then outside, 1-2. Okay. Next pitch is popped way high. Easy fly ball. Uh-oh. Arroyo can't find it. Arroyo can't find it. Arroyo's scared. It drops all the way over there. You got to see the slow-mo. I never seen a guy. I feel bad for him. He's not a natural outfielder. He's playing it for the first.
Coney, if you never had to pee or poop again, which would you pick? Poop. Pooping is way more inconvenient. But I think there is something about a good poop that is unlike anything else, though. Pooping is fun. You know what I mean? Peeing is never fun. A good poop is therapeutic. Literally, yes. I'm not kidding. I never enjoy a pee. You know what I mean?
Time his career, and
you can aim your pee though. That's true. Maybe I need to put more games in the toilet.
This is a scary feeling, but look how scared.
Maybe make it more fun.
I can't see it.
This poor guy.
Start going, I can't see it. Oh, it's over there. I mean, that's straight fear. That's human emotion. That's panic. Look into the heavens.
This
We're
poor
a couple
guy.
steps away from him ducking and covering, because that's pretty scary.
That's
you
so
lose the ball,
sad,
you know
dude.
it's coming down near you. Luckily, it wasn't really near him. It was way farther away. He's going to run and get it. Now, the other fun part about this play led to some good crowd reactions is that Gallo could sense his fear because he saw him screaming, I can't see it, I can't see it.
So he
off
was
the races.
sprinting.
Like, all right, I'm just going to start running. He's got to run to the wall. Gallo's chugging around third, inside the park, home run.
No
Here I
way.
come, losing
Did he
some
make
steam.
it?
The relay is perfect. The tag is in his face, and he's out.
He got greedy. You shouldn't have done that. Come on.
Triple, though, because you can't give an error to a fielder if his glove doesn't touch it.
Wait, what?
Dumb, though. Goes in the book as a triple, though.
What?
Because you can't give an error to a fielder if his glove doesn't touch it for some dumb reason, which is just one of the older things.
Okay.
Where I was like, what the fuck? I don't like being out here. Not an outfielder. Never have been. Gallo's laughing. Got that break he wanted. Gets an RBI triple out of it. Says the judge, that tag was perfect. It's like, all right, let's take a look at the tag. Right in the shoulder.
Yeah, that's right in the
I don't think
chest.
he was going to touch the base, though. Unless he's saying that arm flipped him. I think the tag was powerful enough to flip him. I don't know. That would be some tag. What a play, though.
Okay.
In the end, both teams win. Yankees get a run, but they get the out. Oof. Then he's talking up a storm in the dugout. Something like that happens, you got to talk up a storm in the dugout. Yeah, I saw him yelling, and I saw him, and I was running, and I saw, oh, yeah, it was crazy.
Wait, did they get the point?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Arroyo talking to his teammates, I can't see shit. The hell?
No? Okay, he said that they got the point. I was like, wait, what? Okay.
The hell thinking, not my problem. And Arroyo says, oh, get me back to the fucking infield. This one's brought to you by
That's pretty funny. That's a good one. Oh, he hit a runner in? Oh, I didn't see it. Okay, got you. Okay, pretty good. All right, fellows. What? Oh, it's because I switched it. Okay, we're going to call it for the evening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Oh my God, this Atrioc title. He's now using emojis in his titles too. Oh, I like that. Go ahead and rate Atrioc. There you go. He's dropping the emoji. He's found out the meta. The emojis in the titles. That's the play, bro. That's definitely the play. All right. Remember to raid. You get more points for the raid. Everybody, How about it? Remember, that's going to help on Salty Bet, which may happen. I don't know. I'm wondering if tomorrow is Multiverses. I'm actually wondering. If it is Multiverses, maybe we'll play it, or maybe not. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see. Sweaty pits? Oh my God. Yeah, that's gross. I'm sorry. My bad, everybody. That's gross. That's nasty. Maybe I'll do Multiverses tomorrow. Maybe I'll do some fucking Fall Guys. I kind of want to play some Fall Guys. We'll see. I don't know. Bye.
How I love this pretty bed. Now I'll rest my weary head. Good night.
Wait, and ads. Oh yeah, I didn't ask for subs at all. True. Help! Help! Prime now. Goodbye.